So we should be able to wrap up today.
The Sprawl, news about the war. On the front lines, our homegrown heroes are holding toe-to-toe against the pungent Petradians. But back in the barracks, folks from home and away are signing up to do their part. You might even find the odd Petradian joining our ranks to fight against their own. Go get 'em, soldier. And get 'em once for me. Talk to your local Godshed operator about how you can join the Sprawl Army today. Join the Sprawl Army today.
Dum 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 dum.
Any questions?
Did you see my dad? He was there. He looked okay.
No, I meant questions about the new drafting procedure. It was in the weekly update video.
You mean the propaganda video?
You know what propaganda is?
Yeah. You can look up Toby Keith.
I didn't until I watched that video.
Listen, people are going to come up asking about joining the army. It's your job to decide if they're a good fit, especially considering who else is coming to enlist that day.
I thought my job was to decide who to let pass the gate.
That's also your job. This is wartime. You have to do two things now.
I wish my dad was here. He'd show me how to get out of doing two things.
Up until now, we've tolerated a 2-star average with you, Guardsman. Not anymore.
Yeah,
we are dancing on a
2.56.
knife's edge here. So now you have to maintain a 2.5-star average, or it's game over. Oh, and if you don't draft the right people, we could lose the war. Also game over.
Damn.
Wait, figuratively or literally?
Both.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna go.
You're just gonna leave after dropping something that heavy on me?
Fine, I'll stay. We can tutorial some more.
Actually, I'm starting to see the appeal of your first plan.
I thought you might. Goodbye, Lil.
Bye. After months of the siege, the Sprawl's resources, namely its food sources, have reached a new dangerous low. If guards discover any means to improve the dwindling food supply, you are to contact either myself, or Lieutenant Stryker. Failure to contact leadership will reflect in your star ranking. Ash. Related. Any individuals of groups coming from outside of the Sprawl who burden our meager food supply are to be carefully vetted. Like with item 1, the decision to admit anyone who fits this description should be run either by Ash or me, Stryker. Best of luck to those becoming responsible for drafting individuals for service on the front lines. Remember, there's always more than meets the eye, and although it seems like sending more people in the fray is the right idea, that's not always the case, Stryker. Hey Gardos, I'm breaking in a new assistant down here in the dungeon. Go easy on him if you get him while you call. If you get him when you call. Let's do a 1 on the whip, because I feel like we're going to need it. We haven't really needed it. Decoder. 2 on the metal detector. 2 on the truth spray. 2 on the x-ray. Let's put a fake 1 on the... Sure.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the place where a fella could sign up to join that war that's going on?
It is. Why? Do you know someone who's looking to sign up?
Sure do, ma'am. His name is Elmer John, and you're looking at him. I'm talking about me, ma'am.
Yeah. I got
Elmer
that.
John? Let's talk to him.
Now, what's a guy like you doing wanting to fight in a war like this?
I fight for one thing and one thing only. My one and only love, Glory Ann.
Glory and what?
Glory
my God.
Ann Smith.
That's 2 things.
What is?
Glory and Smith. And technically, one's a person.
And I love that person.
How does Smith feel about this?
I'm not quite sure. I think I'm lost. But Glory Ann loves me too.
Oh my god.
At least I thought she did.
Let's talk to him again.
Dish the details, Elmer. What happened?
Well, you see, ma'am, how it is like... It's like this, you see. It all happened this way it was.
Elmer, faster with the dishing.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just all too painful to talk about.
What happened?
We were engaged to be married, and I caught her in the arms of another man.
Oh,
My
no.
neighbor Bosco.
How dare she?
How
know.
dare she?
So you're heartbroken and running away to war?
Exactly.
Let's talk to him again.
Do you really think running off to war with a broken heart is the right thing to do? Have you tried talking to her about it?
No way, no how, no ma'am. The minute I saw them together, I jumped to the first conclusion in my head and left town to do the first thing I thought of doing. Now, are you going to let me join up or what?
I don't think you fully thought this through, Elmer.
Yeah.
Who has time for thinking when there's running away from your problems to be doing?
We don't sign him up.
I don't think I can, in good conscience, send you to the front, Elmer. Go home, find Glory Ann, and talk to her.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was making one of those, what do you call it, hasty decisions I always make.
Yeah.
I'll go home and see my Glory Ann.
Go talk to
Caught in
her.
the arms of another man, and I'll make the biggest apology banner anybody ever saw.
What's an apology banner?
It's the easiest way to say you're sorry. So long, ma'am. You take
Why
care
are
now.
you... Wait,
Glory Ann,
what?
I'm
I'm so confused. Why are you apologizing? You.
It's you again. I remember you, the miserable wretch who saw to me the last time I came to this repulsive, simmering carbuncle of a city.
I remember
Hi.
you too. You're that unpleasant, obnoxious Ebenezer Scrooge knockoff.
Yes, we have met. It is my intention to go straight to the bank of the sprawl and have my substantial monies removed from this sinking barge of a city before the banks are overrun
Zeke
or
needs to be let
worse,
outside.
sacked. Mr. Dunn just needs to hear my confirmation number, and I will have my fortune sheltered in a more rich people-friendly.
I'm gonna swap my dogs real quick. I'll be right back. Laundry light off. Okay, I'm back. Wow. So mean to me.
What will happen to the BS without you?
Most likely, BS will fall in one great lump. Perhaps enough people will continue to buy into BS, but as far as I'm concerned, the people here were up to their necks in BS anyway.
We're still talking about the bank, right?
You know who I think we should call about this? Actually, No, I'm okay. We call Malcolm.
This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great?
Just read the cards!
Oh, okay. This is the dungeon of Malcolm the Great. May I take a message?
Wait, who is this?
Who is this?
Lil.
Oh, Lil! It's me, Will!
Oh my god, what are the chances? Thank you, love.
Chicken's not bad. I like it better than... What? I missed it.
So this guy, you remember this guy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
This guy's owner?
Uh-huh.
So, this guy's not here. Pretend he's not here. This guy came in because he wants in because we're at war and he wants to get all his money out of the bank.
Right, and you let him in and it fucked up everything.
Well, he came in because he wanted to make a deposit. Now he's coming to pull all his money out before the city gets sacked.
Uh-huh.
Because he doesn't want his money here, right? And I was like, I talked to him once, and I was like, you know what would be great to call in this situation? Malcolm. Well, Malcolm hired a new assistant. Guess who the new assistant is? Him. I was like, what are the chances? I love this.
I thought so. Listen, there's someone here I think would like to speak with you. Go ahead.
Well, is it really you?
It is, Your Grace.
Well, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, we are on the phone.
How are you? Have you been treated poorly?
No one ever treated me as poorly as you, sir.
I miss you, well,
I miss you too, sir.
come, run away with me. We can leave this war behind us and start again with all of my money.
Sir, I never cared a jot for your money. I only wanted to be with you.
Oh, whelp, my heart sings. No matter what happens to me now, I will dedicate my remaining life to you.
What about your remaining money?
I'll donate it to the poor. Just kidding, but I won't take it away with me today.
Good enough. Get in there and reunite with your friend.
True love conquers all away. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. They're gay. The old man and the little goblin. They're gay. They're gonna run away together. Yeah.
Where is he? Where's that meek little slunk of a man?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did a hopelessly heartbroken fella by the name of Elmer John come by this way? Spouting a crazy notion, like running off and joining the army?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Oh, Elmer John, what have you done? Tell me, did you allow that fool to throw his life away over nothing?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you or not.
I have to know if you sent him off to war, because if you didn't send him, then I'd like you to send me, to get as far away from that fool as possible.
Oh?
I take it you're Glory Ann.
That's me, Glory Ann.
The same Glory Ann that was caught in the arms of another man?
It's not what it looked like. And if Elmer John had stuck around for more than a second, I could have explained that to him.
What happened?
And you're sick of these lunk-headed men getting all hot and bothered and making hasty decisions over something that could have been settled by a rational conversation?
Exactly. even if that fool Elmer John is drafted as well, and he's there waiting for me with his big dumb eyes and his cutie pie dimples, it won't matter. He won't be able to smooth talk his way back into my heart after doing something so stupid like running off and joining the war. At this point, it doesn't matter if you let him in or not. Either way, I've made up my mind.
Come on, Glorianne. We both know you're gonna change your mind and go back home to find Elmer with a big ol' apology banner that says, "I'm a fool, take me back."
First guy that came to us wanted to join the war because he found his girl in the arms of another man, and rather than talking to her, he's running off to war to win her heart back. And I was like, no, you're not. You're gonna go back and you're gonna talk to her, right? So now she's here, and she's like, if Elmer, did some heartbroken man come in here to join the war? So, yeah. You must be Glorianne. Yeah, I'm Glorianne. If you didn't send him to war, you better send me to get away from him.
Damn.
He's run out of apology banners this time. Him and his suspicious mind. Not to mention the wartime measures prohibiting the sale of fabric for such frivolities.
What? Truth spray. Truth spray this bitch.
It all started when that big loud Bosco from 2 houses over came round like he always does to try to court me again. I explained to him that Elmer John had asked for my hand and that I had said yes. And then Bosco explodes and says he's gonna smash Elmer's head like a jug. So I lunged at Bosco to hold him back. The big brute! That's what Elmer saw. And the next thing I know, he's crying about going off to war.
I'm not sending you either.
Now, I'm not doing this because I drafted Elmer John and I'm trying to keep you apart.
I understand.
And I'm not doing this because I didn't draft him and I want you two to be together.
Understood.
I'm doing this because I don't think you fully thought this through. I'm denying your recruitment into the army.
Hi, Panda. What's up?
I guess I was acting a little hot under the collar there for a minute. I should go home and talk things over with Elmer and... Wait. Now will you tell me? What happened to him? Did he get drafted into the war?
You got Keto a Valentine's Day present? Now we can truck to Kansas? Hell yeah.
I didn't send
I
him
am
to the front.
almost able
I
to
think
truck
you'll
to
find he'll be
Kansas.
waiting
I'm
for
so
you when you
excited.
get home. Big ol' apology banner and all.
Thank goodness.
How's he enjoying the new expansions so far? They do pretty good research on their states.
Oh, hello, Lil. Isn't it an absolutely beautiful day? Sun shining, birds chirping. Why, a gobbo could almost sing about it.
Who are you?
That cuts me deep, Lil. It's me, Julian, aka Magnus the Magnificent's magnificent lower half. We ate orange slices together?
Oh.
Yeah, hey.
I'm just coming from a conference of GLA members from different nations looking to help each other out.
The GLA sounds like it's thriving.
It sure is. We made some major inroads with a sympathetic group of Petrardian miners. They've offered to dig tunnels that will bring food to the sprawl without anyone knowing.
Oh, hell yeah.
I hope we can get these plans to Queen Desdemona for her stamp of approval. Then we can get things underway.
I'm glad he's enjoying it. Let's return them.
You should take these to the queen.
I'm on my way there now.
Let's talk to Striker or Ash. Let's talk to Striker.
Those tunnel plans to increase our food supplies are exactly the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need. Let him in. The city's best and brightest will go over the map, and construction will begin in no time. We have food! We have food! Well done, Guardsman.
Lil, it is always a pleasure.
Julian, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Do you really mean that?
Of course.
I sincerely do. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
I have not met a goblin that I don't like in this entire game. They don't deserve the hate that they get. The tunnel plans are underway. Soon there will be more food for the people of Sprawl. Well done.
Hey, Lil. Listen, I wanted to say I know things must be tough for you with Hamish out on the front lines and...
And what? The fact that I have to work a full-time job at age 12?
Yeah, that's gotta be tough.
And the fact that I live alone on top of a dive bar?
Well, you meet some interesting people.
And the fact that my dead mom's still dead?
Oof, yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, if you ever need someone to talk to, you know where to find me.
Dude, you're probably like in your 20s. Back the fuck off.
I'm actually not sure I do know where to find you.
Oh, well, normally it would be at the barracks, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be running security for Her Majesty Queen Desdemona. After you finish your shift, Her Majesty and the Royal Consort have asked to see you.
Why?
Why does Her Majesty want to see me?
She's meeting with some high-ranking member of the Mages Guild to discuss battle strategy. To be honest, the guild hasn't been very supportive of how Her Majesty has handled things. She was looking for a bit of backup and wanted you specifically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, she can count on me. I hope.
I hope so too. The fate of the Sprawl may rest in your hands.
It always does, Cecil. I'll see you after my shift.
Great. Thanks, Lil. And if you write your dad, tell him we all wish him well.
I will. I know he'd love to hear it. See you later, Cecil.
Lil is everyone's scary dog energy, right? A familiar group of black-clad folk approached the shed, weeping and moaning. Oh, it's these people.
Help us, child! We have been left without shelter. It's awful.
Scarborough has fallen.
Let's call Ash.
Oh, my heart just breaks for the dear Duchess and the people of Scarborough. While our food supplies remain dangerously low, with the tunnel operation unlocked thanks to you, we should just be able to feed everyone, including these refugees. You may let them in. But with groups like this, do make sure criminals aren't infiltrating the Sprawl, hiding in plain sight. It's the oldest spy trick in the book. Throw on a cloak, jump from a certainly fatal height into a hay bale, that kind of thing. If things were different, we'd give you time to interview them individually. But they're not, so do your best, and don't mess up. Ta!
Okay. So, we need to... Choose spray them?
I still miss my beloved Sprankles, boo-hoo!
I've been doing my best not to fantasize about poisoning my employer lately. Must not confess crimes, must resist child's powerful spray. Gah.
Excuse me, what?
All right, I did it. I lowered the bridge and let those...
Bastards?
Right, those bastards. I let them in. It was me. Oh, you sneak.
You are hereby banished from the court of Scarborough.
Prince Phineas was right. Soon the entire sprawl will fall to the might of the kingdom of Petrard.
Damn, dude.
Go away.
Hell yeah.
Well spotted, Guardian.
Listen, I'm just doing my job.
And that's how you truth spray your way to success.
Excellent line, milady.
I feel like every single time we have these people, someone leaves.
Oh, never mind. Even with that settled, I'm still not sure what to do with these people.
How'd we let him in?
Bless you, dear child.
Yes, thanks awfully. As I said, we are incredibly hungry.
There should be enough food for your people. We have a new plan to bring more into the sprawl.
Regardless, you are a hero in the history of Scarborough. If our lands are ever restored to us.
You did the right thing in your previous turn. You unmasked a traitor, and you were kind to refugees. 4-star.
Where do I enlist?
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? Sign me up already. The name is Bosco. I heard that lily-livered runt Elmer John came by this way, and I want to catch up with him so I can smash his head like a jug.
Oh.
You're just the kind of guy we're looking for. But I'll need more than just a first name to sign you up.
Oh, I'm going to. Don't worry.
Houlihan.
Okay, Bosco Houlihan. And last thing, why do you want to smash Elmer's head like a jug?
Because he's a fool.
Let's tease him a little bit.
You said it.
Said what?
About Elmer smashing his head like a jug?
Because he ran away from that quality dame, Glorianne.
Sure.
Should I whip him for shits and giggles?
So to be clear, you're mad that he ran away from Glorianne?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't run away from Glorianne if she wanted you.
Yes, but she's made it clear that she doesn't.
This little drama is wrapping up quite nicely.
It will once I smash Elmer John's head like a jug.
What have you got against jugs anyway?
Yes.
Are you from
my
Legend of
father was
Zelda?
a jugsmith, and I hated him.
A jugsmith?
Jugsmith?
It's a real thing.
Is it? Is it though? Hold on. That can't be a real thing. I don't believe you. It's not a real thing.
Why are you stalling? Let me through.
Smash Elmer's head like a jug. Yeah, I got it.
No. Well, yes, but I want to join the army so I can find my place. My purpose. Glorianne doesn't want me. I have come to terms with that. Maybe in the army I can find some brotherhood. Some kinship with other people who maybe have signed up for the same reasons as me. A broken heart. and a desire to break heads like jugs.
Okay.
That was surprisingly deep, Bosco Houlihan.
Yeah, we'll sign this guy up.
Now let me at that rascal Elmer John, and I'll tear him apart like an old hat.
First it was jugs, now it's old hats. Listen, Buster, we need you.
My name is Bosco,
I know.
but
Listen, Bosco, we need you.
okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash your head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him, if he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
Honestly valid. Due to your exceptional performance, 4.0, you were paid 30 gold for this shift. I got a perfect score, honey. Okay. True love conquers all. Way to go, Cupid. Maybe one more piece. I got an achievement? What achievement did I get? Achieve a perfect 4-star average. Thank you, love.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
I've had
Of course.
pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
We don't know that.
Something like
it's still
that.
too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
Oh no.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you. Not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
We did.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
I don't know.
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Yeah.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
Hell yeah.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Can I talk to anybody?
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
It's fine. Talk to the prince? Is he prince?
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think
You're
she
doing
made
great.
a good choice. With you, I mean.
Yeah, I do too.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're
I'm
the
12.
only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something.
No.
Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
I'm glad calmer heads prevailed. At least for now.
I forget we did see that demon. There's Fireball Canyon, Kaladar, and of course Petrard, Marvog, and the Sprawl smack dab in the middle.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil. Wow, rude. I was instructed to tell you to go somewhere and do something, but now I'm not gonna.
Wow. Wow. Well, let's go to the dungeon in Malcolm's office, because we gotta see the happy couple, right?
What I don't understand is why would they have summoned her to a meeting without us there? Where's the fun in that?
Oh.
Without at least one of us there. And we all know it should have been me.
You really believe that, don't you?
When it comes down to the serious, important things that affect this kingdom, I think they'd rather take advice from the strategic mind of a ranking military officer. Rather than the 2 cents of a goofy, hopped-up lunatic with questionable taste in fashion. Or a lousy court jester.
Ouch! We were both in the firing line on that one.
Well, all that being said, you still weren't asked to join said quorum, but she was.
Right?
And she is here.
What?
She is here. She's here. She's here. Lil is here. I really have to work on my subtlety.
I love Malcolm.
You're here. We heard you got summoned to talk to the Queen and her new choice of partner for some kind of special quorum.
How was it? Was it boring? What kind of boring things did they talk about while you were there? Tell us.
I shouldn't say.
I think if they wanted you to know what they talked about at the meeting, they would have invited you.
She won't tell us anything. She's as useless as you two are.
I take offense to that.
Offense to what? Sorry, I got distracted.
Can I go now?
You're dismissed.
Damn, okay. I was probably supposed to go there. That's probably where they told me to go. Garbage shop? Hey, Garby.
Welcome to Garby's Emporium of Wonder. Lil, about time you showed up. I've had every mage in town come by the shop today trying to buy up all the power crystals.
How'd that go?
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock.
Damn.
Well, the good ones, anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones. Hey, by the way, before you get to shopping, this blowtorch you sold me with Fosse carved onto it?
Yeah, what about it?
I've had the hardest time selling it. Maybe you'll want it back. Might come in handy. And I'll sell it to you for just 4 gold.
Sure. Sounds like it's kind of important that I have it. I just want to buy power crystals. I haven't found a good use for the whip yet.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great. Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code.
Then we can get rid of the rats.
We don't have rats. I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
That's
But
hilarious.
if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Yeah,
Hey, that
that's
reminds
fair.
me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
Oh?
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Dad?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme.
Hey, Sweet Pea. How's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more.
Excuse me?
I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right. Or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Aww.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Let's do positive. Yes.
There, that should do it. Hey Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
Love you, Arda. Who are you?
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Oh, you're the person that
Always
gambles.
did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Yeah,
Tough
probably.
to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money on me. Either come back tomorrow and I'll see if I have the money, or wait for Hamish to come back from the war.
Both those options sound lousy. Tell you what, let's forget the debt altogether. But tell Hamish I ain't taking any more of his markers. See you around.
Shh, Lil, I'm being discreet.
What are you doing?
Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
I feel like we should tell them.
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Damn, it won't let me tell them. What kind of multiple choices matter when I can't rat out on a kid?
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the...
Yeah, let's hit the hay. Okay, give me the tea. What happened, everybody? Reunited with his darling whelp, Grumpkin T. Dankworth was a changed man. Together the two traveled to Caladar, sailed Lake Inez, and even summoned in Fireball Cannon. He laughed as he had never laughed in all his days, and their nights were filled with food and wine, music and love. They ran holding hands through fields of flowers. On one such sprint, Grumpkin clutched at his chest. His heart had overflowed. More accurately, he suffered a massive heart attack. Try as he might to revive his former master and now true love, Whelp was unable to resuscitate the old man. A simple funeral was held, and the widower Whelp counted himself lucky to have ever loved such as this. As for his substantial riches, they were held by Mr. Dung, head of BS, until such a time as Mr. Danksworth's will was read. The old man had donated the entirety of his fortune to the GLA. A small flower garden was built in his honor outside of their headquarters. Hell yeah. Thanks to his timely arrival back in the Sprawl, Julian was able to prepare a lavish birthday party for his best friend Gary. Every goblin, troll, halfling, cyclops, and mole person who was anyone was there. It was a bright spot in what had otherwise been a dark few months for the Sprawl. As a birthday present, Julian gave Gary a pure, unrefined power crystal as he received from visiting miners. The glint and its unearthly glow reflected in Gary's eyes as he had inserted the power crystal into his practice one. He thanked Julian profusely for his most precious present. It never left his sight from that day on. The next day, Julian presented the plans that he was carrying to the city council. These plans detailed an extensive tunnel system to be dug underneath the walls of the Sprawl, which would allow food to be secretly and safely moved into the Sprawl, right under the enemy's nose. After a short period of deliberation, the council realized of how hungry they all were and unanimously approved the plan. Someone will be arriving to start digging the tunnel system soon, but it's all up and pretty hush-hush. With new plans for bringing food to the city on their way through the bureaucracy of the Sprawl, there were enough rations for the refugees from Scarborough to eat, and a place was made for them at the refugee camp springing up at the docks. The Duchess was not impressed by her new surroundings, but to be honest, she's a very difficult person to please. Swift justice was visited upon the traitor who lowered the drawbridge at the castle of Scarborough in the middle of the night, allowing the enemy to enter and take control of the duchy. The villain was hanged in the town square. Brutal? Certainly. But this is war, and it's better safe than sorry. Plus, it's for a fine day's entertainment, as there were no video games in the Sprawl to keep people amused. Sprawl is victorious. The garrison station of the Sprawl Secret Western Food Depot successfully repelled an invading of Petrardian forces. The Sprawl's reserved food sources are safe from the enemy's greedy hands and empty stomachs. Bosco's repressed feelings of a lifetime of compensation at the gym led him to fight impressively on the battlefield, inspiring all around him. Elmer John went home and talked things over with Glory Ann. They called the engagement back on and got married soon after.
Leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
Oh, I gotta hear this. Okay.
It's my banana bread.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Hell yeah.
Dear Lil, thanks for writing back. Your letter really made my day. Hearing you and everyone back home are doing so well made me sleep easy. So easy, in fact, that I missed the morning bugle and was late for roll call. Boy, was I in trouble. And because I wasn't there, I got stuck with mechanic duty for the next big battle.
Oh.
They say this time it'll be fought in the air, and it's my job to help repair the planes. Don't tell anyone, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But your grandfather on your mother's side was a master mechanic, and I'll always remember the words he said to me on my wedding day. If your wife doesn't find you handsome, she better find you handy. So I guess if I investigate each aircraft that comes my way, I'm sure I'll find something to fix, and then help win the battle. Thanks, Granddad. That goes for you, too. If you draft any would-be airmen, make sure there isn't anything on their end that needs fixing first. Anyways, I better go. Draw me a line again, will ya? But this time, maybe don't write such good news. If I get in trouble one more time, who knows what'll happen? Sincerely,
Dad.
I'm so glad he's okay. I'll write him another letter tonight.
Okay. My spies have informed me that there's increasing satisfaction fostering dissonant with our enemy's inner circle. Do with that information what you will. In addition to the forces that were drafted, the outcome of the last battle was also due to the state of our equipment. Pay extra attention to what our men, women, and creatures are marching into battle with. Although their proposal for addressing our little food shortage problem was rushed through council without their scrutiny or approval, please extend my association from Catering Corps every possible courtesy. And don't trouble yourself too terribly with the nature of the plan. Nothing to see here, as they say. Guardsman Randy has been brought out of forced retirement to supervise our food stores. Welcome back, Randy. I may have stolen a deck of tarot cards off an old, wandering, and nomad-type person. So far as everything I've predicted has come true, now the old bag yelled something about a curse if the cards are overused. As I was running away, but I'm sure it's nothing. Look at me. I'm battling 1,000. I've got all the answers. Call me now. Malcolm, fortune teller to the stars. Oh, Malcolm. One Dakota ring, one bullwhip. Let's go another in the truth spray. Another in the metal detector. I got enough for a real one and everything. Oh, hold on.
Unhand me, you fools! I must be granted entry immediately!
Excuse me? Oh, hi.
Hear ye, hear ye! I have come to relay the terms of the immediate and unconditional surrender of the Sprawl to the Kingdom of Petrod, as dictated by His Royal Highness, Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrod. Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of Queen Talia, daughter of King Salvatore, son of Queen Fedabel.
Yes, I know who he is. Remember? I told the princess not to marry him, and I'm feeling better about that choice by the second.
Let me in, peasant.
No.
Princess Desdemona.
Queen Desdemona.
Peasant? Wow, I didn't realize you were royalty.
Well, I'm not.
So that means you are also a peasant, right? And it's Queen Desdemona now, so put some respect on her name.
Very well. Let me in, person of equal social standing. Queen Desdemona will want to hear what I have to say.
I doubt it.
This guy comes from a hostile enemy nation. I'm not sure I'm buying what he's selling.
I don't think you were talking to me, but you're wrong. I'm selling the straight goods.
It's called Ash.
Terms of immediate and unconditional surrender, is it? Let them in, but make sure you know exactly what is on their mind. You know what they say, keep your enemies close, and your friends so close you're practically kissing.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Sure is, and I should know. I have a lot of friends.
With that philosophy, I'm not surprised.
True spray this bitch.
It is my intention to divulge the top secret battle plans I have been made privy to the Queen in exchange for food for my people. We are starving, and if the Sprawl can help us, I will be sure to help you end this conflict to the best of my abilities.
Oh, hell yeah. Should have started with that, my dude.
Thank you. Hopefully this exchange of food for information will help put an end to this bloody war.
Having heard their true intentions, you let them in. Now it's up to the Queen and the other people above your pay grade.
Ahoy, child manning the gate.
Hi, Wizard of Oz.
Adult in a basket?
Ha ha! I like your spirit. I am here to enlist in Her Majesty's Air Force. Once inflated, my grand contraption shall sail high above the clouds. First, I will destroy the enemy air force, and then it will take me no time at all to traverse the entire world at that altitude.
It's tease.
So how does this grand contraption of yours work anyway?
When inflated to almost bursting, this ball will carry me up into the sky, keeping myself inside this wicker basket aloft. Simple science.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna die in that thing.
Let's X-ray. Lighter.
This is my heat source. Fire. You see, when I fill the balloon with hot air, it goes up. Boom. Science.
You can't just say, boom, science, and expect it to work. Do you actually think that tiny lighter is gonna be strong enough to inflate a balloon that big?
Oh my god.
Yes. Why? Do you have something more suitable?
I do, actually.
Here, take this. I swiped it from a doe-eyed singing psychopath.
Huzzah! Thank you, child. With this, I could sail the world in perhaps even 76 days, give or take.
Let's admit him.
Tally-ho! Now I'll show those smug bastards at the Royal Academy Club who doubted me. With this powerful new heat source, I shall sail high into the sky and into destiny itself. Bon voyage!
Enjoy the battle.
What do you got, my dude?
Hey, I remember you.
Really? Most people don't. Regardless, I am here today on behalf of Catering Corp regarding our services and food management. We are prepared to oversee the appropriate distribution of the Sprawl's food rations up until the time when this war is resolved in favor of either side.
Very heroic of you to volunteer aid.
The proposed services rendered come with a detailed budget and a projected ROI.
Less heroic.
Let's talk to him again.
It has come to our attention that the food rations are being severely mismanaged. If this trend is allowed to continue, the Sprawl will be completely out of food in a week.
Are you sure your numbers are correct?
Of course our numbers are correct. All we do is numbers. We eat, sleep, and breathe numbers.
Sounds like you take this pretty seriously. You must really enjoy cooking.
Cooking has nothing to do with it. This is all about cold, hard facts, which coincidentally is the temperature and consistency of our food.
Let's call Stryker.
Oh boy, this guy again. He and the rest of those Catering Corp clones just rub me the wrong way. I mean, I'm a brutally ruthless soldier who would walk over her own grandmother to gain an edge battle-wise, but those guys just seem so heartless. Talk to them or make them talk. I want to know what they're planning with those plans of theirs.
Truth spray?
I feel compelled to verbally dictate Catering Corp's food rationing plan. Item 1. All individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms will be allowed a single 14.7 gram ration of Soylent Beige nutrient bars per day. Item 2. Anyone below 71.6 kilograms will be restricted to food scraps and/or edible waste, either begged or foraged. Item 3. Individuals below 71.6 kilograms who succumb to hunger will be collected and repurposed into said Soylent Beige nutrient bars in order to sufficiently feed the remaining individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms. So concludes Catering Corp's extremely efficient plan to solve the Sprawl's extreme food shortage crisis.
Excuse me?
Collected and repurposed into Soylent Beige nutrient bars? Oh my god! I've got to tell everybody! Soylent Beige is people!
Not just people, it could be goblins or ogres as well.
That's disgusting. Soylent Green tastes like people? Actually, I almost should have jailed him.
I'm not gonna let you in to turn our people into food.
But what about,
No!
again, not exclusively people? We're open to all creatures.
Just no.
You discovered Catering Corp's nefarious plans and stopped it from its tracks. I mean, people are still starving, but 4-star. You can rewind. Nah, it's fine. I'm not gonna rewind just to send him to jail.
What's the holdup? I figured most of you Guardian Defender types would be out fighting on the front lines. Let's move it along. I got a Goblin Ball match to set up.
And you are?
Albert St. Lush, manager of the Sprawl Brawlers.
I didn't think any more home games were being played this season. You know, because of the siege of the Sprawl, the threat of invasion, and the ongoing war that could destroy us all.
Yeah. Let me in and I'll make sure we get one last game.
Why?
Boy, mister, I'm sure glad that you've got your priorities straight.
She's talking sense all of a sudden.
I was being very sarcastic. I can't believe you didn't pick up on that.
You know who this seems like a call for? This is a Malcolm call right here.
Picking a card, and we've picked the Magician card. Seems like he's the type of guy who can make things appear out of thin air, like a win for the sorry home team made up of wartime rejects. But if you look close enough, you can always see the strings, or in this case, the syringes. Shake him down for any kind of illicit performance-enhancing drugs. Then, once you've got him, whip out that decoder ring of yours and turn it into profit. I cannot believe that this late in the game I still have to explain the basics to you.
I need 2 turns. I need 2 turns. I need 2 more turns. I have 1 more turn. This is the first time I've used this.
What's the holdup? I think.
And you are...
Out.
Okay, so we're search him.
What are these? Don't worry about it, kid. Tools of the trade. So long as the players don't ask any questions about what they're getting, it's totally legit. The secret ingredient is pure basilisk venom. What? You think those on the Milton Marauders ain't doping? You're crazy. Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna win with these bums now.
Decoder ring.
Let me look at those so-called tools of the trade again.
The decoder ring somehow reveals to you that this is a mage-grade power crystal in a powdered form. You can reconstitute it by adding water. Add water? Lil spits on the power crystal. Oh, I got a power crystal. I used 2 power crystals to get 1 power crystal? I used 2 power crystals to get 1 power crystal. Let's admit him.
All right, kid, I knew you were a Goblin Ball fan. I'm gonna put a team together from some of those losers defending the wall. See you at the match tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to the match to bet against the home team. But the people need a morale boost, and you've got an inside tip. Location unlocked.
Echo!
Echo!
Oh my god, what a lame joke.
What is?
Listen, if I was a pothead wizard, I would make the same joke every single time.
That your name is Echo and...
Echo!
I hate myself.
What are you doing here, buddy?
What do you want, Echo? And don't you dare say Echo again.
All right, little sister. Chill out.
What are you doing here?
The Mages Guild are all gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
When was the last time the Mages Guild met together like this?
The last time was the only time. It was the founding of the Mages Guild itself. Before that, we were divided into factions, gathering with other mages who shared our sense and sensibilities.
Jane Goblin Austin. Yeah, I'm a reader.
So what are you doing here?
The reason I founded the Mages Guild was so that we wouldn't have to all gather together this way. It was a set of guiding principles that all mages would adhere to, so if you knew a mage, you knew what to expect. Kept people from fearing us. Now it looks like some mages want people to fear us. It won't end well.
That sounds to me like a good thing. A set of governing rules to make sure people feel safe? Am I wrong?
I don't think you are, but darker forces in the guild sure do.
Yeah.
They think the rules are too strict. They want to use magic to control people, and eventually, the whole kingdom. If we don't stop them, there could be a rift in the guild itself, with mages on both sides. It's getting pretty hairy.
Yeah. I want to get a little bit more
These
out of him.
power crystals are what changed things.
Back in my prime, a mage might see one power crystal in a lifetime, and even then it might not be a particularly powerful one. What they're pulling out of that dig site could open the door to worlds of possibilities, and not necessarily good ones.
Chronometer
I
3000.
wouldn't normally say this, but I trust you. I have a power crystal here. It's in a machine called the Chronometer 3...
The Chronometer 3000?
Yeah. How did you...
For years they've been tinkering with power crystals trying to make a chronometer. Oh, this is pretty spooky stuff. Be careful, Lilith. Too much messing with space and time can rewrite the whole world.
Yeah? Let's let him in. I don't see any problem with him.
Thanks, Lil. I better get to the Mages Guild. But first, I may stop by the Twisted Sister and grab some grub. Man, have I got a case of the munchies. Rock on!
He was here on official guild business. Sure, he's a stoner windbag, but he's good people.
Whoa! Stand down, Peaches. It's all right. I'm here for the draft. Well, me and Peaches. Me and Peaches are best friends. My favorite thing to do is pick flowers in our secret meadow while she frolics in her waterfall like a big, fire-breathing dog. But I know she's 2,300 pounds of flying death when she gets worked up, and I'm worried we haven't been training enough and that my dinky little tin whistle won't cut through the chaos of battle. I wish I had something with a bit more kick.
Maybe I've got
Maybe I've got something that packs a bit more punch than your whistle.
Some of the older dragon riders use whips. It doesn't hurt them, but it sure gets their attention.
I've got one of those.
And I haven't used it. Let's give the bullwhip.
This whip is only occasionally useful to me. Take it. I have a feeling Peaches will respond to it.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Wow, thanks. I feel much better with this.
Lil will receive a replacement bullwhip in her next shift. Oh, well, I wasn't even worried about it. To be honest, let's admit her.
Alright, kid. I think you'll be a welcome addition to the Sprawl's forces.
Really?
Absolutely. It's something about your character. Your moxie, your...
Dragon.
Giant, intimidating dragon.
And with this handy new whip you've given me, I'll be sure to send those bad guys running.
Oh,
Whip
yeah.
for the dragon, kid. Have fun in the war.
Have fun in the war. What a saying.
Attention! Second Lieutenant Wilbur Caboose Orville, reporting for duty.
Why do you have your dump truck facing me?
Are you talking to me?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I have come from the training grounds at the GLA with the finest triplane that Goblin Engineering has to offer, and I am reporting for duty to join Her Majesty's Royal Air Force.
Metal. No. We'll use the X-ray.
Ah yes, that is the finishing touch. Julian down at the GLA equipped the plane with it this morning. I don't think he was an engineer, just an enthusiastic volunteer. She's a large bomb we call the Inside the Park Home Run.
It's times like these that I wish I still had a camera, so you could see the just absolute shock in my face. The fuck are you doing with a nuke?
It looks really heavy. How does the plane fly with that?
Well, I haven't tried flying with it yet, just taxiing along the runway at a sensible speed. But there's plenty of space for it to roll around back there, with all those loose tanks of fuel and barrels of gunpowder.
Well, there's no way I'm letting you in with this. I wouldn't want you to roll her through the streets with this
Oh my
inside
God.
the park home run in case you end up inside the park and you know, kablooey.
Mr. Caboose, I'm not letting you in.
Sorry, Flyboy, but you're grounded. I'm not gonna draft you today.
Was it because of the bomb?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fair. Julian was pretty drunk when he loaded it onto the plane. All right, Second Lieutenant Wilbur Caboose Orville is going home. Disappointed.
Hate to see him go, but love to watch him leave. Is it Malcolm?
Go for Lil.
Lil, Chuck here. I need you to get your butt down to the Goblin Liberation Army headquarters as soon as you can.
On it.
What's up, Chuck?
My wife, the princess, queen, still not used to that. She has me deploying various non-human agents, groups, and creatures to help with the war effort. And we've discovered a mole.
A literal mole?
Like a mole. Not like a mole person.
Oh.
Well, I guess it could be a mole person. We're really not sure at this point. Can you come down to the GLA headquarters and help me sort this out?
Yeah. We'll be right there.
I'll be there as soon as I'm done my shift.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sure you can help us identify the traitor in our midst.
Yep, sounds like something I'd be expected to do.
I'm just too good at my job. Three and a half. Having heard their okay, yeah, we already got this. GLA headquarters.
Lil, thanks for coming. Are you ready to help us whack-a-mole?
What's the scoop so far?
Yesterday, we captured an enemy spy who confessed that they were meeting with their informant, who is part of the GLA. But before we could get a name out of them, the spy chomped down on a poisoned tooth. We've gathered 6 suspects. One of them is definitely the traitor, but so far they're all sticking to their stories.
Couldn't you just get a mage to put a spell on them? Or better yet, I could go get some truth spray from the shed and be done with this in a flash.
Good thinking. But the guilty party could have built up a tolerance to truth sprays.
Damn.
Or be in league with a corrupted wizard from the guild. Your deduction skills are the only method we can truly trust. Think you can help us out?
Sure.
Well, I have done this once before, but it was a low-stakes situation with my little friends. I guess I'll see what I can figure out.
What's the worst that could happen?
You can interact with each of them twice. They'll just repeat their stories after that. See if you can detect any inconsistencies about their whereabouts last night, and catch them at a lie.
Alright.
Last night, I was here with Chuck organizing flyers for the war rally. You can ask him yourself, but if you're looking for a mole, look to my left. They're literally a mole. What more could you ask for?
With Chuck, thinks they're a mole.
Listen, I know everyone's gonna think it was me because I'm a literal mole. But last night I was at a bar in Little Ogre Town watching the Goblin Ball game, I swear. I never miss a game, even when they're out of town, like they were last night.
Were they? Oh, we were done doing home games. Okay.
So, Lil, who is it? Who is the
Not yet.
I'm not sure. Give me a sec.
I was
At a friend's house. A friend who was out of town. I was at their house while they were out of town. They asked me to water their plants while they were out of town. It's the truth.
Okay.
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right.
Big game happening downtown? What game?
Have you ever met a troll you liked or even trusted? Something seems fishy about his story, if you ask me.
There were no games happening in town.
I was quietly meditating in my chambers last eve. The degrading acts of skulking in shadows you're picturing are obviously more in line with a creature half the honor of an elf. Someone like a halfling, perhaps?
Wow. Average high elf.
Last night I was attending my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's birthday party. It was quiet down by the Goblin Bowl arena, with it being an away
What was the
game,
drug guy doing then?
So I didn't see anyone on my way home.
What do you mean? What do you mean, what was the drug guy doing? I was attending my cousin's nephew's birthday. I was quite down by the Goblin Ball arena. With it being an away game and all, so I didn't see anyone on my way home.
I don't know why anyone would suspect me. I have a leftover apple tart in my freezer to prove it.
Chuck will vouch for me. I was here. I've got Brawler Seasons tickets, so some nights I'm at the arena, but last night they were playing out of town. As to who the traitor is, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't overthink it. They're a freaking mole person. You're looking for a mole! Come on!
I honestly have no idea who the traitor is, but all I know is that it's not me. Ask anyone who works at the bar in Little Ogre Town. They'll remember me. I'm a really bad tipper.
It was... All right, fine, you caught me. I didn't go to a friend's house to water their plants. I was out on a date with a human I met last week. Guess I still feel weird talking about it, but the date went great.
Okay.
I told you, I was at the Goblin Ball Arena last night. I live around the corner from the stadium, so after the match I went straight home, no funny business.
Yeah, it's this guy.
I'd ask that elf. Hard to trust those uptight, pointy-eared
Let's keep hearing
snouts.
people's stories.
They're half the size, therefore they're half as trustworthy. Stop wasting everyone's
What a
time.
piece of
and
shit.
accuse that suspicious-looking halfling already.
Fine, I'll confess. I don't actually have any leftover apple tart in my freezer because I ate it on the way home. My sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's mother is a professional cook and I couldn't resist. You should lock her up for the crime of making irresistible dessert.
So, Lil, who is it? Who?
I think it was
Yes.
the Cyclops.
What? Why me?
Because you claimed you went to the Goblin Ball match last night, but the Brawlers played an away game. You're clearly lying.
Yeah.
Very clever, little girl, but it's no matter. You and your kingdom will burn, and out of the ashes a new glorious nation shall be born.
Take
Excuse
them away,
me?
Carl.
Good work, Lil. We couldn't have done it without you. We'll make sure they're properly punished for their crimes.
Oh, just one more thing before I go.
Yes?
I got nothing. I just always wanted to say that.
Classic. Classic Lil. Goblin Ball Arena. A boring ditch with chairs and overpriced food.
Is there someone hiding behind that tree?
It's me, Fredo. Here to facilitate all of your illegal gambling needs.
Hell
I
yeah.
thought you were banned.
They said last night, there's a game today. Yes. That's what you were asking about. Yeah, they're coming for a game today. I thought you were talking about the drug wizard. Was what I thought you were talking about.
But I figure I can run faster than that ogre they've got running security. So it's a gamble I'm willing to take. Speaking of gambling...
Let's place a bet.
Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about? This team is made up of
Branquilla.
extremely elderly former Goblin Ball superstars. Their fundamentals are unmatched, but most of them are quite hard of hearing. Can't hear the captain call plays, and it gets a little, shall we say, chaotic out there. Their star frontman on the tube slide is one to watch, because he tends to wander off and we don't want him to get lost. How much are you looking to gamble?
All of it. Yes.
All right, kid. Your bet is in.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have time to answer a few questions today?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Well, that's just great. Brace yourself for some pole zazz. That's a pole, but with pizzazz, in case you forgot.
I love this lady. She needs to be protected. Pulls as
As you
me.
can see, the Sprawl Brawler's mascot is an anthropomorphized version of the Great Sprawl Tree, raising an angry fist at its opponents. When
Okay.
you think of an ideal Goblin Ball mascot, it should be...
Fierce.
Okay, great! And when you picture an animal that embodies the spirit of the Brawlers, you picture a...
Rat on fire.
That's great! Thank you for your time. Please accept this decorative crystal as a token of our thanks.
Yay.
Oh boy. Well, I got a team together somehow. I didn't get to give him any of the secret sauce, so I've just got to cross my fingers here.
Buns, buns, buns,
Oh
buns,
no.
Oh god, not again.
Why is it here? Why is it here? I thought it was gonna be the old lady.
Let's watch some Goblin Ball.
I don't know if I can really call what we've seen today Goblin Ball. Whoever rustled this motley crew of sprawl men, women, and creatures should be slapped in the mouth. Not to mention the Barranquilla Barracudas. Their star frontsman on the tube slide is playing like he had a stroke. What? What's that?
He did have a stroke.
I've just been alerted that the Barracuda's star frontsman on the tube slide has suffered a massive stroke. I feel terrible. Now, back to our live coverage. Number 12 heads into the straightaway, hops, and oh, that's too bad. They only manage the double hopscotch, and the Sprawl Brawlers lose to the Barranquilla Barracudas.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
isn't that just a kick
You
in
thought
the
it was gonna be the creature?
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
Of course.
Thank you for your time.
I'm glad that I can rig gambling. Let's go to Garby. Hey, Garby.
Lil, how are you holding up?
Not too many game overs today, Garbs.
I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe I've got something for it.
Goblin forged explosive device. Could go off at any moment. I almost want to hang on to this, you know? Let's hold off. I think we're okay.
Oh, hi, Lil. Back home after a long day's work?
You know it.
What a laugh. You, a working stiff.
It's a riot. Hey, Arda, you got a pen and paper? I want to send my dad another letter.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This time, I really want to cheer Dad up. What kind of joke should I tell him?
Let's write a good joke. Lil will write a letter that includes a really, really good joke. Are you sure? Yes.
That should put a smile on his face. Thanks, Arda. Can you send it for me?
My pleasure. I know how much your dad loves to hear from you.
Oh, the pothead's here.
The Mages Guild is gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
This all sounds like none of my beeswax.
We'll see. It may well be your beeswax after all.
Unfortunately. Hi, human.
Oh, this is so weird, being out with you. Anybody could see.
Aw, honey. It's what's on the inside that matters. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with you.
Embarrassed to be seen with me? I'm worried someone's going to see me with a human and tell my mother.
Oh, brother.
Him too.
They do not deserve to be together. Maybe
I think I've done everything
once
I need to do.
he can
But are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
handle being with somebody that his family doesn't approve of. Okay, here we go. The Petrardian envoy Fenton Harcourt III delivers this message to the palace and defected to the sprawl to live out his days manning a shop that repaired bugles and any other brass instrument that required any pursuit embouchure. He couldn't be happier in his new adopted home. The Queen was able to use his top-secret battle plans to shore up the sprawl's defenses, which made a huge difference, at least for a few days. Having been denied into the sprawl, the Catering Corp went back to the corporate headquarters, the surplus of food supplement bar known as Soylent Beige. While the Catering Corp execs weren't pleased by the loss of this contract, they also weren't surprised. Soylent Beige hadn't been selling like it used to, not since the FDA made it mandatory to display the ingredients list on all packaging. Was it the artificial flavor or coloring, the MSG? No, it was the main ingredient, human flesh. Catering Corp would have to deploy their best marketing wizards to spin a new angle on this. When the word reached out, Lieutenant Stryker, that her recruits were being drafted in the Sprawl Ballers for an illegal game, she hit the roof. When her guardsmen turned ball players were questioned, they named Albert St. Lush as the ringleader. After a record-breaking brief trial in which the defendant attempted to bribe the judge, the lead prosecutor, half the jury, and the court stenographer, Albert St. Lush was found guilty of conspiring to weaken the Sprawl's wartime defenses with an illegal goblin ball match. In prison, Albert confronted by a former player who was busted on steroid charges. He was pummeled to death to the great amusement of the other prisoners. Echo arrived in the guild hall just in time to speak out against Tyronius and his plan to demand greatly increased powers for the Mages Guild from the Queen. Echo successfully argued that the guild should use its power to support the city council and guard corps and help the people at war. The war was hurting instead. Due to Echo's timely intervention, Tyronius did not get the 2/3 majority vote that he needed. He and his followers loudly insisted that the election was stolen, and Tyronius vowed to use his power to stop this war, by any means necessary. His people formed a radical group that dubbed itself the Freedom Caucus, and they soon vacated the guild hall in a huff. Echo breathed a sigh of relief at a job well done. He took a trip to his favorite haunt, the Sprawl's premier bowling alley, Pinhead's. It was a pretty righteous way to end the day. Correctly identified as the traitor, the guilty Cyclops was loaded into a catapult and flung at a brick wall the next morning. There was much rejoicing. The Sprawl and the secrets were now safe thanks to your masterful detective work. Hell yeah. As the dawn sun rose, it was clear to the sprawl had triumphed. Smoke slowly cleared from the patch of the sky where the battle between the clouds had been fought. It was later said that one of the clouds was shaped like a short giraffe and the other looked like a bowl of fruit. Using the blowtorch gave to him, Professor Fogg inflated his contraption and rose high into the sky from his basket. He wrought havoc upon the enemy, even flinging his poops at the enemy vessel from above. The aging academic patted himself on the back for a job well done. The little Primaris Dragon Rider commanded her dragon Peaches using the bullwhip you loaned her, burned through the enemy's defenses. When they got home from their battle, her father was so proud, he vowed right then and there to leave her in charge more often so he could continue to go down to the pub and bet on Goblin Ball. While returning his plane to the GLA headquarters, the inside the park home run bomb sitting in the Green Baron's hold accidentally detonated. Fortunately, he was nowhere near the public spaces at the time, and there was no reported casualties. Wilbur Caboose Orville suffered a second-degree burn on his ample, some might say juicy posterior. He must wear a butt cast for 3 months, which he claims grants him further cushion for the pushin'. Oh my god, this game.
Had to have been one of the more exciting games of Goblin Ball I've ever seen. Who'd have thought that the Brawlers and the Barranquilla Barracudas could have come together so last minute and put on a game like that? Rhonda, did you see the Brawlers' new mascot? You mean that fierce rat on fire looking thing? Yes, that's the one. I like it.
It's so good.
I hate it. Well, there
Fuck
we
you,
are,
Peg.
split again. And on our most sacred national holiday, St. Swithin's Day. Perfect segue, Rhonda. Happy St. Swithin's Day to all our listeners. Just a reminder, many stores and services will be closed today. We'll now take the traditional 267 minutes of bagpipes in honor of St. Swithin's Day.
This game will test me. And they're lucky I'm not planning on streaming for another 267 minutes. Okay.
Huh. I guess there's no letter from Dad today because of the holiday. I hope he's doing okay.
Excuse me?
Come on, give it back already. Stop saying that.
All right, break it up, you two.
Lil, what are you doing here?
Getting
I
ready to
live
go to
here.
work?
What are you doing here?
I work here. I got a job getting rid of the rats.
There's a lot of rats in here, Lamont.
I'm not very good at it. These rats are pretty smart. This one stole a crystal that I found. No, I found it. Ugh. Lil, can you talk to him or something?
Yeah.
Listen, my friend here is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
We're not in a shed.
Point proven. Can you, being the more intelligent creature, just give in and let him have his crystal?
The rat looks up and down as if it had completely understood every word. It moves, revealing a mage-grade crystal.
Hey, he gave it back. Thanks, Lil. Now, shoo, get out of here.
Okay, jeez. I have to go to work anyways.
So he's got a crystal.
No, not you. The rat. Can you tell Isla and Simon that I won't be able to meet up with them? I have to clear all these rats before this place opens tonight. You might as well take this crystal.
Oh, hell yeah. A free crystal.
I was supposed to meet her at Councilwoman Ash's office.
Where's
I
Simon?
was supposed to meet him down by the docks.
Good luck.
I don't need luck. I need a foolproof way to get rid of these rats.
Okay, let's go to Ashes and then go to the docks. Before work. There's a note. Garby's Emporium of Wonder will be closed in honor of St. Swithin's Day. Please feel free to take your business to some other establishment in the town. Oh wait, there isn't one. I'm the only shop you got. I have you people in a capitalistic chokehold. Ahahaha. Store will be open tomorrow at 9 a.m. P.S. If this is Lil, I saw your hooligan friends when I wrote this note, and they've got a shift's worth of crystals if you can track them down. Okay. Ash's office. It's Velma.
Lil? How unexpected.
I could say the same about you. What are you doing in Ash's office?
I'm volunteering as her unpaid intern.
My
mom said this will fast track me to get into the youth politician training program for two-faced cutthroats and liars, or the YPTPTFCL. She says it'll help build character.
Yeah?
Yikes. I'm here because I'm supposed to tell you that Lamont will be able to meet up later. He's, stuck at the office.
Oh, that hard-working lug. He'll be the perfect trophy husband for me. He's so distractingly handsome that it'll both impress and intimidate my opponents.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that.
Now that you mention it.
Oh,
What's
crap.
up?
The YPTPTFCL does have an entrance exam that I could use your help with. And I've got something from Garby if you do.
Okay.
Okay, what do I have to do?
There are a couple of questions about current and historical affairs that I still need to answer. Here we go. What was the name of the late King Oswin's father?
Artemis.
Okay, question 2. What is the current name of the Goblin Ball Stadium?
The boring ditch with chairs for overpriced food.
Great. Question 3. The Crown Prince of Petrard, Phineas Pomp, is the son of...
King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk.
And last one. Mega rock superstar Vlad Extreme plays what kind of instrument?
Oh my god. It was... a lute?
Actually, looking over all these questions, I'm pretty sure all these answers are right. I'm a shoo-in for acceptance now. Here, Garby actually gave me 2 of these.
Did I get them all right? Wait a minute. Did I actually get them all right? No way. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Dictators. There he is, the late King Oswin. When will he get around to replacing those with Queen Desdemona? You gonna lay down? Sounds good, cat. Survivor's account on the Marley 3 Down Dynasty.
What a fancy collection of bottles.
Okay, let's go see if we can find... what's his name? There he is. Wait a minute, I thought you died.
Hello there. How did it go at the bank?
Turns out this oligarch's money has been seized due to the war, so now I've been forced to take up residence here among these...
Aren't you dead?
Poor people.
Because you're poor now, too. Isn't that fun?
No.
Step right up, folks, and take your turn at being a winner. Find the queen and uncover a royal prize. How about you, young lady? Care to be a winner?
Simon, it's me, Lil. Lamont says he's stuck at work and won't be able to meet up with you.
Hey, Uncle Fredo, she's made me. What do I do?
Just play it cool and act like you've never seen her before.
Sorry, ma'am, who I'm gonna act like I've never seen before. Would you care to play a game that's almost guaranteed to make you a winner?
Sure.
Are you trying to con me, Simon?
Uncle Fredo?
Never admit you're running a con.
I've got something from Garby for you, but I can't just give them to you. You'll have to play for them.
Okay.
All right, what's the hustle?
It's not a scam at all, ma'am. All you need to do is find the queen. She's one of the 3 cards you see in front of you. Just keep your eye on the prize.
Okay.
Where's the queen? You didn't win the jackpot, but here's a consolation prize.
There's no consolation prizes in a con game?
Since I'm stuck here, could you be a pal and make sure Isla knows about Lamont not showing up? She's gonna be crushed.
Yeah.
This kid's terrible at running a swindle. Who taught him anyways? Oh wait, I did. Am I the problem?
Am I the problem? No, that can't be safe.
Mr. Fantastico! I haven't seen you around for a bit.
My journey for the most fantastic hat took me to the countryside, where I was drafted into the war.
Oh.
Well, that sucks. But you're back now. Does that mean my dad is back too?
Unfortunately, your father remains at the front lines. I, however, got sent home for wearing too many fantastic hats. Apparently, it was alerting the enemy to our presence.
Oh, yeah, that makes
I'm happy
sense.
you're home, and that you got to try on some fantastic hats.
But they were not fantastic enough.
My journey, it continues.
Also, your father gave me this letter to give to you.
A letter from Dad.
Hell yeah.
Dear Lil, thanks for your last letter. I really enjoyed reading, and especially that joke you told. I told it to a couple of guys, who told it to a couple of other guys, who then told it to the captain herself. And they all agreed I wouldn't be allowed to tell jokes anymore. I hope everyone at home is doing well. I forgot that before I left for the war, I owed my bookies some money. I put 30 gold in this envelope so you can pay him back for me. His name is Fredo.
Oh, I know Fredo.
This war is tough, but they say there will be a ceasefire on St. Swithin's Day, so that's something to look forward to. But what's really keeping me going through the darkest moments is the thought of getting back to you. I love you, Lil. Please write back soon. Love, Dad.
I better write back to him. Hey, Mr. Capello, do you have a pen and paper on you? Fantastic or otherwise?
Of course, child.
Dad got a little mushy at the end of that last one. How should I respond?
Let's also write a mushy letter. Sentimental, affectionate letter to leave to her father. Yes.
Hey, Mr. Capello, do you think you could mail this letter for me, fantastically or otherwise?
Of course, child. I will search for a stamp for your letter that is so fantastic that it stops the postman in his tracks and makes him cry to the heavens, "Wow! Now that is one fantastic stamp!"
Or, you know, whatever's the cheapest.
This kid's terrible at running a swindle. Who taught him anyways? Oh, wait.
Okay, so I can't pay him yet. Monkey Island, Arstoska. We get it. You don't need to literally point to your influences. I love that it has a Papers, Please reference in it.
Hello there, Lil.
Seamus McGoblin, what brings you and your family to the docks?
Oh, we live here now. Things got a bit tight after the war started, so we had to relocate. It's not the prettiest or safest place to live.
But it is a place.
No, but this place is awful.
Oh.
Well, at least you're all together, right?
Oh, not so. One of our boys, teeny Tom McGoblin, was lagging behind when we fled, so we had to hurry along without him. He should be arriving in the sprawl any day now. If you're working the gate, would you mind not giving him too much trouble and let him in?
Yeah.
Of course, Mr. McGoblin.
Oh, thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Oh, Diddums, my trusty valet, we've been so displaced by the war.
It's
yes,
okay.
We have.
It simply must stop by any means necessary.
The means necessary to stop war must at all times be relentless, Mum.
Right, absolutely.
How true, Diddums. Mark Goblin Twain, correct?
No, Mum, his cousin Egbert.
Egbert Twain. Okay, it's gonna give me options still. We can go to the dungeon. Let's just explore before we commit. Lil knocks, but there's no response. Okay. Say we go here then. The dig site. The pit.
Lil, it's good that you're here. Wait, tell me. Are we having this conversation for the first time? Second? Are we stuck in a loop?
First time. Let's reassure her.
We are not stuck in a time loop. I don't mess with the chronometer after hours. I'm frightened enough of being sent back in time or forward in space or whatever. You know, using it at the guard shed.
I'm glad to hear it. The readings I've been receiving from the device have been outside of my comfort zone. Not to mention the fact that those mages seem hell-bent on manufacturing another one.
What is with those mages? It seems like for every lovable stoner like Echo, there's 3 spooks like Tyronius these days.
That's an extremely perceptive observation. You're working the night shift again tonight, correct?
Yeah.
I'd like to requisition an upgrade for one of your tools. Which one would you like me to upgrade?
The truth spray.
It is done.
Gee, thanks. That's awesome.
I just hope it's not too little too late considering what we're up against.
We'll be fine.
What does that mean?
Just stay focused on the task at hand. That's all any of us can do.
That's still pretty vague.
I'm just trying to get us through this in one piece.
Fine, don't tell me.
Goodbye, Lil.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. B.
Let's start our shift. Oh, that's right. Okay. The story of the first transformation of the mundane tree to a sentient mobile being is lost through history. These creatures are extremely dangerous, but generally motivated with threats to territory. The bark of them is often cool. Ghosts, no such thing. Yeah. Mole people. Treat them like sheep. Herd them around where you need them. They're relatively harmless. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, we're good. Oh, it's a witch.
Hello, my dear. I'm just coming home from a long night tending the apple orchards.
You're a witch.
It's almost harvest season, and it couldn't come at a better time with the food shortage. Will you let me pass?
You're a witch. So let's truth spray this bitch.
With all of these candies wrapped in foil, I can fatten up the children of the sprawl. Then, with these delicious magical apples, I'll put the fat little piggies to sleep and bake them into delicious pies.
Well, we're taking those candies.
I'll share a secret with you. This is no ordinary apple. It's a magic wishing apple.
Wishing apple?
Yes. One bite and all your wishes come true. Would you like to take it?
Confiscate it.
Sure, give me the apple.
All right, dear. But don't eat it until you...
Huh?
That's not what I wanted.
Night-night, my darling.
Jesus.
Why, hello, my dear. It's almost harvest season.
Okay, X-ray, don't take the apple.
I'll share...
Wishing apple?
Yes.
Return the apple.
No thanks. I've got this thing about taking food from strangers.
What a clever little girl you are.
Do I metal detector? Let's do this because I want to know.
With all of these candies... Then, with these delicious magical apples, I'll put the fat little pig...
Let's, jailer.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What? I don't have a dog.
Don't you?
No.
No.
Oh, well then I guess I'll just have to make you one.
Did I get a game over? What? Oh my god.
Why, hello, my... It's almost harvest.
Denier.
on my delicious pie.
You'll just have to take it somewhere else, sister.
All right, but before I go, I'll share a secret with you.
Wishing apple?
Yes.
Return it.
No thanks. I've got this thing about taking food from strangers.
What a clever little girl.
I mean, there was, but... Oh. Another ent? Hey, buddy.
It is the same Little Guardsman who admitted Scary Tree Monster in our previous encounter. I am here today to attend a meeting at your puny and horribly decorated City Hall.
What's the meeting about?
I was successful in my bid to represent the constituents of Darkwood Forest on the outskirts of Caladar. You are now looking at Mayor Scary Tree Monster. I ran unopposed
Hell
and
yeah.
threatened to stomp and thwomp any who entered the race against me. It was a landslide.
No wonder you ran unopposed. I wouldn't want to get stomped and or thwomped either.
Smart kid.
Let's talk to him again.
In my new capacity as an elected official, I have been in communication with Councilwoman Ash and Lieutenant Stryker. They each have plans to use my newfound political capital to achieve their goals. So many options for Mayor Scary Tree Monster.
Oh?
You're telling me that two of the royal advisors want a meeting with a tree monster mayor who won his campaign by threatening to stomp on any opposition?
Stomp and thwomp, yes.
I don't know how I feel about this. Let's talk to him again.
You are wasting my precious time, tiny human gatekeeper. I should stomp and thwomp you. If this is the way the Sprawl treats visiting dignitaries, it is no wonder you have made such powerful enemies. I will go and lend my political and physical might to their cause against you.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Rewind, 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 rewind. Call Ash. Or Stryker.
Excellent. Mayor Scary Tree Monster will be an absolute asset in aiding our defenses at home. The mayor here should serve as an effective deterrent. His ability to both stomp and thwomp are the stuff of legend. Well done, Guardsman. Admit Mayor Scary Tree Monster without delay, for the sake of the Sprawl's defenses.
Let's admit.
Mayor Scary Tree Monster humbly accepts entry into the Sprawl.
Oh, well, that's very nice to hear.
Lieutenant Stryker promised the opportunity to stomp and thwomp any enemy who may come near.
Hell yeah.
Stomp and thwomp!
You connected Stryker to stompiest, thrompiest new recruit in the defense for the Sprawl. Good for you. Oh, zombies?
Yep, they sure seem like a bunch of zombies to me.
Let's call Malcolm.
Zombies? Ugh. Well, whatever you do, don't send them down here. I have enough brain-dead people to deal with without dealing with the actual brain-dead. Plus, between you and me, they kind of smell.
That's the smell of rotting flesh.
Ew, gross. You deal with them.
Can I give him something?
They're so cute. I want to keep them.
Lil imagines the zombies seem happier. What does the book say? Sure. Let's bring him in.
Okay, come on in.
They're harmless, but unsightly. Mole people!
Oh, hi. You must be Lil. I was told to come to these gates so that I could be looked after by you. I'll be heading in now unless you need something else from me.
Mole people. Let's call Ash, because it's probably...
You've reached the office of Councilwoman Ash. This is Isla speaking. How can I help you?
You've been practicing, haven't you?
Hey, Lil, what's up?
Got a mole person here.
Does he look like he's on an important mission?
Yeah, he does.
I'll put you through to the Councilwoman. Please hold. Ah, good. Puxatawny Paulie found his way to you. I knew you were the right guard for this assignment. Do not delay him. He's got a very important mission to attend to. Let him in and forget you ever saw him.
Thanks. I'll take it from here.
Let's let him in. He's probably digging the tunnel for the food.
I'll be off to take care of this top secret assignment. Thanks, kid. I knew I was right to come to your gate.
You let in the specialist equipped with his tools. There was more to his plan, but it was top secret after all.
Hello. Holy hell! You are actually a nightmare come to life.
Is it the belt?
What? No.
The belt's actually probably the best part of your
Is it
outfit.
the knife and the hockey mask?
And the knife glove. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not the belt? Because I have a big job interview today, and I don't want anything to ruin it.
It's not the belt.
X-ray.
Yep, there's your problem right there. Looks like you got a demonic hex on your heart. Gonna be hard to get rid of that bugger. Seems to be written in a different language, so we're gonna need foreign parts to fix her.
Oh, I don't want it removed. It gives me the unnatural strength and endless stamina I need to hunt down camp counselors in the woods at night.
Yeah? Let's decode that son of a bitch.
Did you just decode the hex on my heart without asking me?
Oh, I guess I did. I'm sorry.
That's a little presumptuous.
I don't have to read it if you don't want me to.
No, go ahead. I'm curious what it says myself.
It translates to, if this hex is read out loud, the cursed shall return to whence they came.
Wait, on second thought, no!
Oh, this sound usually...
Kerel, kom in vermen sam.
Hey, I remember you. How have things been?
Am I dead?
Well, this has been one for the books.
You exorcise the demon inhabiting the undead serial killer. Bravo!
We got a call there may or may not be something strange going on in your general vicinity.
Who are you now?
Ghost finders.
Wow. Truth spray. Ghosts don't exist.
It's common knowledge that there's no such thing as ghosts, but people will pay a pretty penny to commune with their lost loved ones. If we provide a bit of comfort to people in need, what's the harm?
Especially if they've happened to prepare a little dinner as well. Maybe some finger foods. Hard to get a proper home-cooked meal these days, and typically there's some food to go around after a death.
X-ray. Excuse me?
Oh my god! There's a ghost right behind you!
Nice try, kid. You gotta wake up pretty early to get the jump on the ghost finders.
Take a look for yourself if you don't believe me.
Oh my god! A ghost!
That's the king.
Let's get out of here!
My hour is almost come.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing, revenge my foul and most unnatural murder.
Oh?
Murder? Who done it?
That villainous mage Tyronius Athanatos.
How?
With juice of cursed Hebenon in a vial, and in the porches of
Oh.
the leprous distilment.
He poured poison in your ear? That's a really weird way to kill someone.
Remember me.
Whoa, I knew that Tyronius was no good, but this is another level.
Damn. You're visited by the actual ghost of King Osmond, and you've learned more about the full extent of Tyronius' evil plan.
It is imperative that you invite me in. The sun is coming up. Oh, well, that was easy.
We already knew who he was. 3.75, 3.67. 20 gold. And we just go back. Uh-oh. Formal greeting.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Chuck.
Hi, Lil. Sorry to bother you so late, but Desdemona has something to discuss with you.
What's the story with the new bling?
It was a gift from Tyronius on behalf of the Mages Guild.
Tyronius has been giving me big bad guy energy since level 1. I would ditch that amulet immediately.
That is for me to decide. Lil, I have something I need to tell you.
Okay.
Desi, I know we talked about this, but are you sure? Lil's done a lot for us.
I am not having this conversation again. It is entirely inappropriate what you've been put through. That is why tomorrow will be your last guard shift.
Oh?
been doing a good job, I think. I feel like in lots of little ways I've been, I don't know, changing the course of fate.
Desi, sure, she's a kid. And no, it's probably not fair. But she's proven she's more than meets the eye plenty of times. You were the reason I asked her to uncover the spy in the GLA.
True as that may be, it's time she was relieved of her duty.
I'm confused.
Where is all of this coming from? I thought we were, friends.
Friends? With you? Someone who has been acting in her own self-interest against the crown? Tyronius has told me the true nature of your character.
Tyronius? He's nuts, and he gives off real main villain energy. Why
Oh, it's the amulet.
Because he has accepted the role as my advisor.
He's your fourth advisor?
Fourth, and perhaps only, if the other three remain so utterly useless.
You're gonna fire Stryker? I mean, I get Shit Cannon Ash and Malcolm, but
damn.
Don't you think it's better to, have multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions?
Not anymore. And neither does Tyronius. He also thinks it is time for this little game to be over.
These don't sound like your words.
She's right, honey. They don't.
Listen to me. I have made my decision. Tomorrow will be your final shift. We will not suffer those who speak against the Queen of the Sprawl.
Desdemona, listen to yourself.
I will not be spoken to like that by a filthy...
She pauses.
I'm sorry. I'm under so much pressure. I need to lie down. I don't feel quite like myself right now. Lil, I'm sorry, but it's almost time for the end. Chuck, take me home.
Resist.
This doesn't make any sense. I have worked my ass off for you and the Bloody Sprawl, not to mention the idiot triplet advisors, and now you're following that Tyronius asshole's advice? Fine, I quit.
You can't quit. You were already relieved of duty.
This sucks.
I'm sorry, Lil. I'll try to talk to her. Good night.
Damn. Okay. Lil had foiled Brunhilde, the moral questionables, to say the least, planned to fatten the children of the Sprawl with the candy and bake them into pies, the witch left in a huff. She took a hard look at her scheme and really thought about why people were so disgusted at the idea of eating pies made out of children. So she pivoted and created a line of vegan apple pies. Her heart wasn't in it, and the pies were fine. Not great, just fine. Enlisted by Lieutenant Stryker, Mayor Scary Tree Monster was assigned wall guard duty, where he was free to stomp and thwomp to his moss-covered heart's content. While he enjoyed himself immensely at first, he had a nagging feeling that there was somewhere he was supposed to be. His big meeting at the sprawled City Hall. How could he have forgotten? Lieutenant Stryker had tricked Mayor Scary Tree Monster. She knew he could be distracted employing his love of stomping and thwomping, long enough to miss a vote on a controversial new bill, a bill that included, among other things, plans to cut down his Darkwood force in the outskirts of Calidor. Mayor Scary Tree Monster arrived at the City Hall too late to stop the bill, used Darkwood forest lumber to build orphanage for the sick and injured children separated from their parents by the war, and helped them get their parents back from being signed into law. This was the lowest point for Mayor Scary Tree Monster's political career. The arrival of the zombies in the Sprawl was first met with disgust, but eventually led to the creation of a new workout craze, Dodge Zombie, a dodgebee for short. Dodge Zombie is a simple enough concept. Fill a room of zombies and don't let them touch you. It's especially a great workout for people with mobility issues, as you don't have to move terribly fast to avoid zombies. Plus, you can increase the difficulty by simply adding more zombies. Fun for the whole family, coming to all platforms 2025. With the arrival of Puxatawny Phil, the Build a Secret Tunnel to the Supplies from Outside plan officially underway. The project was completed in record time. The team leader, Polly, attributed the plan's great success to his trusty shovel. For the first time in months, substantial amounts of food made its way to the Sprawl. Her name was Stabitha? Decoding the hex on Stabitha Greaves' heart exorcised the demon and freed her soul from its clutches. In death, she was finally at peace. Stabitha's former friends, the counselors from the outdoor wilderness camp at Lake Screams and Die, ended their summer contracts and went home, but they were plagued by guilt they felt on their part in Stabitha's death. Could they really just go back to their normal lives after what they had done? 1 year later, they met back at Lake Scream and Die as they were all starting to crack under the weight of their secret. In fact, assistant head counselor Mitch Morrison suggested they turn themselves in. He couldn't live with it anymore. He needed to tell the authorities that they had the last summer to assuage his guilty conscience. But the others didn't like the plan. They knew they couldn't let Mitch confess their crimes, so they had to silence him. With 2 murders now under their hands, the group camp counselors went their separate ways once again, assured their secret was safe, for now. The demon Lil had exorcised from Stabitha, found a perfect new home in Mitch Morrison. The cycle continues. The Ghost Finders were never able to replicate their trick of making the ghost of King Oswin appear, nor were they able to convince anyone that they actually did it in the first place. As a result, the duo was forcibly committed to the Sisters of Charity Psychiatric Hospital for the Differently Minded and Delusional. Count Heinrich von Pyr's wedding started beautifully until that pesky Van Helsing showed up and killed the obvious vampire just before sunrise, which would have been the most romantic part of the ceremony. On the plus side, Myrna Herkin was freed from the Count's curse and control, and eventually rekindled a romance with her old fling Jonathan. They got married and had a son named Quincy. They were a very boring family. The Sprawl lost one of his best chiropractors that night. Rest in peace, Heinrich. You were too beautiful for this world. Level 11.
And the already spread-thin guard force is calling it the worst night of, and I quote, creepy shit they've ever seen on St. Swithin's Day. And that's saying a lot. So if you see any of the few guards trying their darndest to keep things together inside our fair city walls, just go up and give them a hug, because Po Buddy's nerfect. I'm sorry, there appears to be a typo in that last statement. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, where we won't be playing any of today's top hit music because we will be keeping all frequencies clear in the event of an emergency broadcast. This is Dodger, signing off alone because all of my animal co-hosts were turned into food rations.
Damn. Alright, let's go. Oh, a note. A note from Dad.
A letter arrived from Dad.
Dear Lil, I haven't received your last letter yet. I really could have used the pick-me-up. Things are getting really hectic here. Everyone is busy getting ready for the upcoming naval battle. Even though I don't have any training at all, I'm getting stationed on one of the attack boats on the front lines. But don't worry, I overheard the admiral say that there may be a plan brewing to unleash a ferocious sea monster, if they can find one. But they'll have to make sure there aren't allies in the water when they do. So that sounds like a plan, right? I don't really know what's in store for me, but I'm doing my very best so I can get home, and we can finally get our lives back on the right track. Wish me luck. I think I'll need it this time. Love, Dad.
Okay.
I guess all the fighting has disrupted the postal service? Oh, the humanity!
How interesting that it's only one way, though. Hey, Garby.
I heard the news this is your last shift down here at the shed.
Yep.
It sure is. I may not always get 4 stars, but I think I've been pulling my weight around here. Seems pretty weird to pull me off duty, just as everything seems to be at an all-time level of terrible.
Speaking of things being terrible, let's make sure you're all stocked up for your shift.
Let's grab another X-ray.
Are you sure you've got everything you need? I've got a big walk to the east gate ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm all
Thanks for
done.
everything, Garby.
This message is for Guardsman Lil. Hey Lil, they're letting me add something to the writ. Isn't that neat? I just wanted to let you know that the Cyclops was the mole, and the GLA has been able to successfully do 5 missions without incident. Thanks to your help. Have a great last day. I'm sorry I couldn't convince Desi to keep you on longer. Chuck. Somebody left the door to the food reserves open last night, and the enchanted ice melted away. Looking at you, Randy. We'll need to restock with fresh, non-rotten food, so please be on the lookout for that. Middle manager Mike Melroy. Attention, Randy's friends and colleagues. He's officially exiled from the sprawl. MMMM. We have confirmed once again that the previous battle was won in large part due to the state of the drafted soldiers' equipment. It is your job to turn coal into diamonds. See if there's any way to improve the state of the drafted soldiers before sending them up. We have put out a call for mercenaries to assist in our defenses. Sprawl treasury budgets have been allocated for this initiative. Try not to overspend on the queendom's money. If you get the best bang for our buck, it'll reflect in your star ranking, Ash. As a result of the Sprawl's mummies and daddies turned into cannon fodder, I'm seeing a lot of vulgar hooliganism and feral of our orphaned youth. Don't be taken to the rosy cheeks and recently lost baby teeth smiles. Some of them are real stingers. Malcolm, by royal decree. Okay.
Oh, hi, it's me, Kelly. I remember you from the wedding. You didn't want Monty's soup. Can't blame you. If I didn't work there, I wouldn't want it either. I've got a wagon full of food for my boss to help with the whole people dying of starvation thing.
Well, let's x-ray the food.
Whoa, your wagon is full of rotten food.
Well, it wasn't rotten when I picked it up 2 weeks ago.
That's really not great.
Yeah.
I didn't know Monty's was part of the war effort.
Oh, yeah, we have been slammed at Monty's lately. What with all the food rationing, we're running out of soup. I had to go all the way to the Monty's in Caladar to get supplies. Heck of a trek for a Cyclops in heels.
There wasn't anywhere closer you could have got food from?
No, the Monty's in Scarborough was burnt down when the Duchy was
Yeah.
founded, and the only other Monty's is in Fireball Canyon. But their food is all weird and pixelated, so Caladar it is.
Let's deny.
Hey, kid, I don't gotta take this from you, too. I get enough of this kind of treatment from Monty. You want to deal with this food, then do it. I'm out of here.
Yes, the Sprawl was desperate for food, but this was not desperate for dysentery. Good catch, Guardsman.
A blinding rage fills my eyes. It is the gatekeeper who ruined my wedding day. How have you, honorless child, been allowed to keep such an important position?
Actually, I'm getting fired.
Shed for protecting you from the taste of my blade, if I still had it. Kapla!
Kapla!
Despite my blood feud with you, Guardian, it does not please me that the Sprawl has been so brutally punished by the Kingdom of Petrard. This war has been conducted most dishonorably by those pathetic Petrardians, and your city has been ruined. Much in the same way as you ruined my wedding.
That's valid.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you have at least some sympathy. Maybe Marvog can intervene and stop the war.
We could have this war settled in no time. Those bloated Petrardians stand no chance against the might of Marvog.
Yeah.
But your queen would have to make a compelling argument why we should help her now.
Why don't we call Stryker?
While not technically an enemy of the state, I doubt much good will come from them after the fiasco that was the royal wedding. Who knows? They could be a mole for the enemy. I'm not sure how best to sniff out their intentions, but use your tools and see what you can find out.
Yeah, I figured Truth Spray was going to be the answer, but I didn't want to waste a good crystal yet.
I have come to offer a deal with the Sprawl. Give us food in sufficient amounts to continue the ballet, and Marvog will provide powerful warriors to protect you from attack. If you let me in, we shall proceed. If not, you can protect yourselves.
Let's bring him in.
Glory shall come to Marvog this day.
Kapla!
Well, Kaplad, little one. Kapla!
Kapla! I love them. Having heard their true intentions, you let them in. Now it's up to the queen and the other people above your pay grade.
Hail, Groundwalker. I am Marabella.
Hi, I'm Lil. Anything else?
I don't know. I've never been above water before. You lead the way.
Okay, what you doing here, Marabella?
I have an official message from the leaders of my people. This is an official notice that the thalassocracy of...
The what now?
Thalassocracy. It's the word used for an empire that is primarily made up of maritime or
Interesting.
seaborne areas.
Huh, learned a new word today. Continue.
Okay. The thalassocracy of Bubbletown is committed...
Sorry, one more time. Bubbletown?
Uh-huh. That's the name of my thalassocracy.
Interesting.
Bubbletown. Got it.
Are they in a bubble?
Okay. The thalassocracy of Bubbletown is committed to the defense of the Sprawl. That's the end.
That's wonderful news. A new ally in our hour of need? Oh, thank you, good Marabella of Bubbletown, for your message. Are you a warlike people?
Well, we don't like it, but we are quite good at it. We used to be a peaceful people, skilled more in song and art. But we lost our song many years ago, and now we know only war.
Wow.
Oh, that's rather sad.
Let's keep talking to her.
I was given the message to deliver to you in this old shell. This shell retains sound. They say it can even hold on to sounds from many years ago, like an archive or time capsule. I've always wondered what other sounds might be hidden in this shell.
That's cool.
That's stress.
How can you hear what else is inside the shell?
That I don't know. I only know how to access this message. They say the instruction manual for it was lost many years ago.
They say a lot of things, don't they?
Hidden inside. Can we X-ray it? Which we know that's there. Are we about to rewind?
It's my shell, the one that captures sounds.
Let's rewind.
Hail, ground. Hi. I don't know.
So let's save a little bit of time here. Let's X-ray. I wanna...
This old shell holds the message I have been sent to deliver to you. This shell retains sound. They say it can even hold on to sounds from many years ago, like an archive or time capsule. I've always wondered what other sounds might be hidden in this shell.
Can I X-ray? Do I... Here's the thing. Do I... Let's metal detect.
My father's trident and a symbol of his power, passed down from generation to generation by all the great rulers of Bubbletown. An artifact that inspires our people, that fills us with hope and joy. With this trident, we will find no equal in battle.
Oh, let's return it.
Here, you can have it back. It was all slimy and gross anyway.
Can we do this?
Let me see that shell.
I've thought it was, figured it was this, but... The delicate runes carved in the shell suggest that breaking it is the only way to unlock its archived content, if you've forgotten your password.
Hope this works.
Yeah! Oh no, my shell! That music! It is the song of my people! The lost song was trapped inside this shell all along! Thank you so much! The mer people of Bubbletown will sing their devastating war song once again.
Let's deny them.
Sorry, Mirabella. It's looking like you're not going to be drafted today.
Very well. The mer people of Bubbletown will sit this battle out. We wish you strength in the fight to come. And remember, if you ever see a swell of water crash onto the shore, think of us mer people and simply...
wave?
No. Shout hello as loud as you can. It's hard to hear you people down below.
How disappointed I am that the pun was denied.
This is the place. I got the call. I'm a mercenary. Your move, kid.
Let's talk to him.
Okay, what's your deal?
The deal is simple, kid. You let me in, and I will jumpstart your city's defenses and give your leadership precious information about your enemies.
Oh, cool.
Not so fast. You don't let me in, I'm taking the same info about the sprawl and selling it to the highest bidder.
Okay, come on in.
Not so fast. It'll cost you.
How much?
Well, that's up for negotiation.
You tell me how much it's worth.
All right, 1,000 gold.
That seems like a lot. Let's call Striker.
A Bangalorian? I thought they were wiped out years ago. They are honorable and will keep their word. Let him in and our defensive capabilities will increase. But for the love of St. Swithin, try to get a discount if you can.
Want to play hardball, do you? Okay, fine. 500 gold.
Tease. Tease.
I don't want to play hardball. I want to play goblin ball. 250.
Never mind. Full price, 1,000 gold.
Actually, I want to play Price is Right. $1, Bob.
Look, I told you 500 gold. Final offer.
Okay, yeah, 500. 500 will let him in.
I'll assist your city with its defenses and provide enemy intel for the agreed upon price of 500 gold.
Here, take this contract to the castle. They'll settle up with you.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Sounds good. The Bangalorian will aid in the defense of the sprawl, and you got him for the lowest possible price.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, young gate-minder. I am Gary Dolt, son of Bee and Brian Dolt, and I wish to pass. Will you require anything else?
Gary, it's
Hey,
me,
Gary.
Lil, remember? Magnus the Magnificent.
Of course. Pleasure to see you again, Lil. Now let me pass. I'm off to a meeting at the Mages Guild.
Oh? What's the meeting about?
I don't know if you heard, but I'm well on my way to becoming a full-fledged mage, a card-carrying member of the guild. Heading in right now to meet with my tutor, Master Tyronius Athanatos.
Oh.
He's not much for having a laugh, but I've learned so much from him.
Doubt.
I didn't know that you had any magical abilities at all. Didn't seem like you did last time we met anyway.
Well, I'm just a late bloomer. Master Tyronius has told me that I show great potential as a student, or apprentice, as we are called in the guild.
Let's truth spray him.
I've been summoned to the side of my mentor, the powerful Master Tyronius Athanatos. He is pushing the Mages Guild toward what he has dubbed a grand realignment, putting mages at their proper place in the center of power. If I play my cards right, I could end up being Tyronius's right-hand goblin. Any day now, we will rise again.
I don't like this. Bullwhip.
Ah, you pathetic smaggle! Feel the wrath of a power crystal-wielding mage apprentice! Ha 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 ha!
Did I get a game over? I did. Retry. I love getting game overs.
Charm to me.
Geary.
Of course.
You know what? X-ray.
My magical skills have flourished exponentially ever since my precious birthday present. Julian, that sweet simpleton, gave me this. I added the pure, unrefined power crystal to my wand, and now I can truly feel the magic coursing through my veins.
Let's confiscate it.
My wand! My power crystal! You tricked us into giving it to you! The tricksy little gate guard stole it from us! Our power! Our present!
You seem really precious about it.
Yeah, he... You took away this darker, more powerful version of Gary the Goblin's new toy. He was getting too precious about it anyway. Oh, this guy came up way too fast.
Avast, Petey! There blows a fine, upstanding guardsman.
Upstanding guardsman,
We'll take our ship and blast our way through whatever scurvy barnacles are attacking the sprawl's waterways. Yarr!
So, you're saying you'd like to be drafted?
Aye. That's a much more concise way to say it, Yarr.
You got something. Truth spray.
This pirate persona is really hard to keep up. And when the parents come to the ship with their kids for the birthday parties, sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't know who is looking back at me.
Existential crisis,
That's exactly what it is, Peter. An existential crisis.
Having one too,
Well, I only have one X-ray. Let's X-ray. Oh.
This is a standard keg of our IPA. Has lots of big, punchy hops and a refreshing grapefruit note to help balance it out.
Refreshing grapefruit,
We call it grog, because, you know, pirates.
Yarr!
I'm captain of a ship called the Fermenter. Kind of a play on words there. We actually operate primarily as a brewery. We transport our beer on the ship and sell it to markets via an interconnected series of waterways. Surprisingly economical to take the beer to the customers rather than have them come to us.
Surprisingly economical,
I'm so relieved to hear that. I thought you were like a pirate, you know, plunder and booty and all that.
I mean, we know our way around booty.
What?
I'm
Excuse
gonna
me?
pretend you didn't just say that.
Sure.
Thank you. I will serve the seas of the Sprawl with dignity and passion. The enemy will not get through. You won't regret drafting me today.
Regret it,
Uh-oh.
Hello. I'm here to join my family in the refugee camp at the docks.
Aww.
Truth spray.
I love me dad and me mum and even me sisters so much. Sometimes I feel like I could just burst when I see them. They all treat me with such kindness and help me when it's hard for me to get around. Sometimes Dad lets me ride on his shoulders.
Oh no!
That's
This
the
kid's a
truth. I ain't
bomb!
hiding anything except for me knife I use for robbing elderly people. I love robbing elderly people, and I won't stop. I'll never stop. It gives me a thrill like nothing else does. I'll die before I stop. No elderly person is safe from me and me robbing knife.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, we're confiscating the knife, first of all.
Is that a knife you have on you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I scanned you and it shows you're carrying a knife.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Your machine's broken.
You're too young to be carrying a knife.
Mind your own business. Try it and I'll cut your off.
Excuse me?
Whoa, that took a turn.
To jail.
Teeny Tom, you're going to jail for a long time.
Is this because I like to rob elderly people at knife point?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. That's the reason.
You don't know me. Over here stepping all up on me like a prison don't scare me. Bring it on.
Holy crap! You seem so harmless in your introduction.
That's called a ruse. See you on the outside in 5 to 10. I'm gonna get jacked on the inside.
Excuse me? You're missing a leg! You jailed the pint-sized sociopath and saved octogenarians of the sprawl. They'll live to cheek pinch another day. So here's the problem.
Hi. Is this where to sign up for the draft?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful.
Would you like to be drafted to fight in the war?
Oh no, it's not for me. It's for him.
For who?
My pet fish, Dennis.
Okay, are we
What?
having a laugh at my expense now?
No, I'm quite serious.
So the fish wants to fight?
He wants to fight, all right, and he is very good at it. I promise you.
Truth spray.
Dennis here has gone 28-0 in the admittedly immoral and illegal underground fish fights that happen down at the docks. Or at least they used to before they set up that refugee camp. He's undefeated and shows no signs of slowing down.
Damn. Let's call Malcolm.
I know this fish. I've bet on him before down at the docks. He's a killer. I'll take him to win in the third.
I'm asking you if I should draft him, not taking bets.
Oh yeah, draft him. I told you, he's a killer.
Okay. Draft.
Okay, here's your paperwork. Welcome to the war effort.
Not me, remember? It's for the fish.
Yeah.
Got it. The fish is in.
There goes the last shift. 3.75? 3.8. Okay, well, just going home. Uh-oh. Is Dad here? Oh!
You should see the look on your dumb face.
She looked like she was this close to peeing her pants.
I was.
You're not wrong.
Well, the surprise isn't even the surprise, Princess Pea Pants. Wait till you see.
Shh, don't spoil it.
Okay. Congrats on not having a job anymore. We're glad to have you back. Finally.
Yeah.
Hey, Arda, mind if I write a quick letter to my dad?
Yeah, maybe later, Lil, okay?
Wait, is he here?
Later. No, I have to send him one now.
It can wait. Enjoy your party. And your surprise is over there by the fire. But first, I know you're just a kid, but I'll mix you up any drink you'd like, on the house, to celebrate everything you've been doing around here. What'll it be?
Warm milk.
Coming right up.
Sip it.
I'm sure between my job at the city council and as an administrator with the Guard Corps, if the sprawl was on the verge of catastrophic collapse, from within and without, Mike Melroy would know about it.
I may be baked out of my gourd as per usual, but I'm telling you, I'm seeing bad omens everywhere.
Yeah.
Something very bad is about to go down. Oh, Lil, congratulations. What a party. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Honestly, I am. I'm really feeling the love, Echo.
What's a love echo?
I'm gonna miss this.
I'm here to collect your badge and your gun.
I don't have either
Badge
of
and
those.
gun.
No one gave you a badge and a gun? How the hell did you navigate your way through 11 levels without your badge and your gun?
There are plenty of ways to solve a problem without a gun.
But the badge, Lil. It's all in the badge.
I'm gonna miss this too.
That's hilarious. Is it Dad?
Magic lovers of the sprawl, please put your hands together for the one, the only, the Edward, the Great Magician. Alakazoo, Alakazee.
Hey, Edward.
By the beard of Bertram Bartleby the Bloated, I appear.
Back to being a magician?
Official officiant.
It's the Edward, the Great Magician again. Come out of retirement to play one more preteen birthday party. How old are you today, little girl?
Not my birthday.
It's not my birthday. I was fired. And these nice people are throwing me a party. But honestly, I just want to curl up in the fetal position and sleep for a year.
Come on, Lil, be a good sport. If Arda and Emma don't see me do a magic trick, I don't get my 37 gold and contractually mandated piece of pie.
Okay, I'll play
I
along.
picked up a few tricks from a true blue real deal mage I met.
Oh, yeah?
I am small but nimble with a bushy tail. In trees I scamper, never to fail. I gather my food and store it with care. Do you know what animal I am? Do you dare?
A sparrow.
That's right! A sparrow! Ta-da!
That's cute.
That's actually pretty great, considering everything I know about you, the Edward. But I think you might have gotten the hint mixed up with another animal.
What do you mean? Sparrows scamper through trees when they're not flying, right? And some people would call their tails bushy.
Yeah, okay, you got me there, the Edward.
Do you have time for another?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I'm small and petite, with feathers so fine. I sing sweet melodies, a sound so divine. I flit and flutter through the... Who am I? Can you guess my...
Another sparrow?
That's right! It's another sparrow! Ta-da!
Okay, this time it actually made sense.
Made sense and amazed you!
Honestly, that was pretty great. Thanks for being at my party, the Edward. I'm gonna miss you.
There she is, my little guardsman.
Is this the old lady or is this the creature?
Dad? What are you doing here? Oh, I missed you so much. What is going on?
You stopped writing letters. I got worried something had happened to you.
What could happen to me? I wasn't the one off fighting a war, remember?
Yeah, but you get some pretty tough customers coming through that gate. Sometimes if you try to whip them, or even just talk to them in the wrong way, it's game over. I got worried.
So they let you leave the war because you were worried about your daughter? I mean, shouldn't you be fighting in an epic naval battle right about now?
No, they didn't. And yes, I should be. But I couldn't stand being at war for a second longer. I was actually pretty instrumental in winning a couple of battles out there. I did some amazing things for a chubby, middle-aged guy. I think all because I was thinking about you and wanting to keep you safe.
Aww.
Things have been hard and weird and creepy, but I'm so glad you're here. I feel like I can take on anything if you've got my back. And I'm glad you didn't die.
I'm glad I didn't die too.
I could die any day now.
This isn't about you, Mrs. Abernathy.
All right, Seamus.
I'll be up to tuck you in soon. We can figure out what the rest of our lives will look like in the morning.
What a healthy relationship.
This hat, it is
It's not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey,
Really?
it
Because I have to
continues.
say, that's a pretty fantastic hat.
You should have seen my previous hat. Aye.
My journey, it continues.
There's no pleasing some people.
Okay. That's cute. They even have the chronometer 3000 on it. Okay, let's go to bed. Yeah. Without the arrival of the wagon carrying ingredients, Monty's homemade soup was a real predicament. Just like he did during the Great Bowl shortage of O2, Monty was going to have to improvise. Throwing eggshells, wood shavings, and anything else that seemed remotely edible in the pot, Monty created a new signature menu item, the Slim Pickin' Stew. Everyone who ate it experienced a gastronomical pain of explosive diarrhea. At the restaurant, it took a substantial bribe to the health inspector and a very large mop to clean up the mess. Callie put in her 2 weeks and started looking for another job. She was tired of being directly responsible for poisoning so many people. Praetor Kargan was granted an audience with the Queen and the council she's desired. But it was like super awkward because it was like, you know, the first time they had seen each other since the whole "you left me at the altar" thing. But the Praetor held strong and admirably pleaded her case for the strategic trade routes and resources she could offer in exchange for the foreign aid Marvag so desperately needed. Impressed, Queen Desdemonia announced their two nations would join in a tactile allegiance against their common enemy. She then apologized to the Praetor for the way things ended at their wedding and wished the best for her. Not knowing how to react for the genuine show of emotional maturity, Praetor Kargan panicked and started asking her if she was still with that loser goblin and saying things like, "I want you to draw me like one of your Calidor girls." Nobody in the room was impressed by this behavior, least of all Chuck. Praetor Kargan returned to Marvat and promised to aid her people so dearly needed. That and a goblin's fist-sized shiner in her left eye, and a newfound respect for goblins. The intelligence gained from the Bangalorian led to the evacuation of an outlying farm village before the enemy could attack, saving dozens of lives, a win for the Sprawl in a season of losses. Using the money raised for providing the intel, the Bangalorian was able to commission a design of a personal jetpack. His budget was a mere 500 gold, so it was an absolute hack job, and it immediately exploded, severely burning his face. Thank goodness for the helmet he already possessed. Without the pure, unrefined power crystal from Julian to increase his magical might, it didn't take long for Gary to fall out of favor with, or even the awareness of the Dark Mages. According to his former mentor Tyronius, Gary was just not Freedom Caucus material anymore. After being unceremonially dumped by the Dark Mages, Gary went back to work for Julian at the GLA, and quite a bit of work to deprogram Gary. But with the tenacity and a bit of luck, Carl the Troll finally got hit through to him and shattered Tyronius' hold. However, to this day, Gary catches himself losing time and drifting off into the light when the light hits a power crystal just right, reminding him of the dreams of power and fire he once had during his time with the mages. Teeny Thom became the Prince of Prison. He crafted makeshift shivs and used them without prejudice to grow his reputation. He eventually joined a gang called the Little Rascals. It was easy to get members like Spanky and Buckwheat to accept him as their new leader. But there was a lot of pushback when their current leader, Alfalfa, and his handful of loyal followers. But they soon fell in line after Thom showed everyone how persuasive he can be with his shiv. Let's just say they don't call him Alfalfa anymore. The McGoblin family couldn't afford Thom's bail, so the reunion they ever had with their son was over the telephone and behind a thick layer of glass. Ooh. Sprawl defeated. The Mora warriors in Bubbletown watched distantly from their aquatic domain as the battle unfolded. The Sprawl's message to them was clear. This wasn't their fight. Captain Jane Pigeon and her pirates, customed brewed employees, raised their sails of the good ship Fermenter and set off for the adventure. Luckily, the captain had a good fortune of removing their signature IPA from their ship prior to departure, which led the pirates to soberly take down a few more enemy vessels than they would have if they were sauced. Dennis, the 7-time all-fish fighting champion, was released into the Sprawl harbor with a loud plop. As he had done in his life, he attacked the first thing he saw with all the ferocity a thoroughbred, sarcastic finch head could muster. Unfortunately, a thing in Dennis's path was the other drafted forces. By the time the enemy arrived in the harbor, Dennis was fast asleep in the empty harbor, with a full belly and a sense of accomplishment. Morning came, and the waters of the Sprawl harbor finally calmed. The enemy ships had left the harbor, but not before laying waste to the docks and the encampment that had sprung up there. War had caught up with the refugees once again. There were no survivors. The destruction of the docks will have massive impact not only on the Sprawl's military forces, but on the ability to receive essential supplies and food. The red sky shone brightly in the morning, an ominous portent of doom.
We have just received word that the Sprawl forces have successfully pushed back the enemy. While some of the invading forces still remain just outside of the Sprawl, the remainder of the Petrardian detachment has been defeated or is retreating. While it is still too soon to declare victory, things are finally trending in the right direction. You probably can't tell by my voice, but I am very happy. We will be keeping this channel clear for further updates.
Let's, I'm gonna assume that this is the last day. We're just gonna push through.
Well, that's great to hear. Maybe things can finally start to get back to normal. Hey, you two. Welcome to my bedroom, Cecil. Did you hear the news? We aren't gonna be slaughtered by an invading army after all.
Sorry for the intrusion, but this is official business. I was sent by Queen Desdemona herself to retrieve the Chronometer 3000 device.
No.
I'm not just gonna give it to you, Cecil. Dr. B gave it to me, and it's my job to protect it.
I don't want to do this, Lil. My instructions are to bring you with me to the war room if you don't comply.
Then it sounds like I'm coming with you, Cece.
Don't call me that.
Too late.
I'm coming too. I know you got fired, but does that mean I did too? Should I be at work right now?
Fine. Dad, suit up.
What makes you think I've got a suit?
Right. Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to the war room.
Ah, there she is, Your Majesty, Lilith, the Gate Guardsman.
Yes, Lilith. I see you chose not to simply hand over the Chronometer 3000 as requested.
No, she did not. Stubborn as a mule, gets it from her mother. And I'm her dad, Hamish. Hello, Your Majesty. I'm here to inquire about getting my gate guard gig back.
Silence.
Chuck?
Where's Chuck?
Who?
The Goblin Revolutionary is securely under lock and key on charges of treason against Her Majesty.
That's crazy.
That's enough. Lilith, the Chronometer 3000, hand it over now.
No.
No.
I beg your pardon.
Dr. B entrusted me with the Chronometer 3000 to test it out at the guard shed, so I could make sure that only the right people would make it into the Sprawl.
A position you sullied with your own personal agenda and no longer hold. You do not need the chronometer any longer. Tyronius does.
I'm sorry, does that mean there's an opening?
How dare you interrupt Her Majesty, you useless, pathetic nobody guardsman!
We just need to take the amulet off.
Hey, now! So I am still a guardsman.
Enough of this. Guards, lock the doors. They are not leaving until they hand over the chronometer 3000.
Won't work.
It won't even work for you, dude. It's set to my life force or whatever. You need Dr. B to reprogram it.
Of course she'd do something like that. Unfortunately, the good doctor is indisposed. There was a small mishap at the dig site, and let's just say she fell to her death.
Damn.
What? You killed Dr. B?
Well, she was hanging at the edge of that pit when I left her, so who can say?
Who can say indeed?
Your Majesty, are you hearing this? Desdemona, snap out of it!
She can't help you now, child. The Athanatos Amulet of Total Mental Sublimation is among the oldest magic in the world, and its spell is not easily broken. Only the power of true friendship can release the spell's hold.
Lil, help me. My friend.
What? I didn't know you two were friends. Shit. Okay. New plan.
Yeah.
Give me the chronometer 3000 now, or I'll kill you.
Why do you even want the chronometer anyway? The war is over. Petrard is lost. The Sprawl is coming out on top.
But at what cost? It's about more than just winning or losing the battles. It's about the lives lost regardless of the outcome. So much wasted life, and for what? With the power of the chronometer 3000, I can do better.
Can you?
I can assure that this war will never begin in the first place. Nobody has to die.
You know what? That actually sounds like the right thing to do.
And with more people alive, it means more smaggle slaves to serve under my foot.
There it
as
is.
I lead the dark magic users of the Mages Guild to domination and eternal glory.
And that's where you lost me.
All I have to do is go back and kill the leader of the Goblin Liberation Army before he can interrupt the wedding ceremony.
But the war wasn't started because Desdemona married Chuck. It's because she didn't choose Prince Phineas. Nobody has to die.
True, but where's the fun in that?
I can't let you do this.
No. Artist, how's it going? Hope you're doing well.
You can't kill Chuck. He's my hero.
I thought I was your hero, you good-for-nothing little worm.
Uh-oh.
Feel my wrath.
Wait, Master, don't. Oh no, Lil, please. Tell Julian
Gary! No!
Ugh.
Dad, let's get out of here.
But the doors and the guards.
I'm doing good. I think I'm just about to wrap up this game. I'm doing pretty good. I was sick pretty much for over a week now, and I'm still a little raspy, but I'm getting over it pretty well.
I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but hold my hand.
There it is. The chronometer 3000. Give it to me.
He beat us to it.
What happened? Where am I? The palace. Oh, the wedding. But it's not the same. Desdemona's gonna marry Praetor Kargan, and there's that bastard Tyronius, and he's got my chronometer. What is he gonna do?
I now pronounce you married. You may now kiss.
Oh my God, Dad!
Oh shit!
No!
I've been pincushioned with arrows a few times in my day. Ugh, but this time they hit something important. To think I've lived through a whole war only to die at a wedding. Lil, I'm sorry I failed you. I love you, Lil.
No.
Dad, don't do this to me.
No.
What's happening? Dad, please come back.
Drat. Even without that infernal goblin interfering, things still escalate. This won't do at all.
Tyronius done fucked up.
Another timeline with more favorable variables.
Oh, God, what? Dad, you're alive!
What? I'm unarrowed? What's going on?
So I don't know if you can see what's happening to my... Okay, you can over there. When my cursor goes to the edges, it starts to, like, look wonky. And it's everything. I think he's fucking up time.
I don't have time to explain.
I'm sorry, I'm inconveniencing you?
I've got no time for another tutorial.
Go to Tyronius.
Okay, try not to get his attention, but go stand by that necromancer.
Ooh, spooky. Whatever you say, kiddo.
Select the Edward the official officiant if you need to advance to the next timeline.
Ouch! What is that? Some kind of force field? I can't get anywhere close to Tyronius while it's up. Maybe there's someone who could help me disable it.
Oh, Bia.
Can I borrow your glasses?
No.
Okay then.
Whose food do we have? We still have his food.
This hat, it is not...
This mage, maybe? Because he's not one for dark magic, right?
Articulus, I need your help. You see that necromancer by the altar?
I didn't until you pointed him out. How very strange.
Well, he's protected by a force field. Do you have a spell or something that could help me with that?
I know spells that might work, but I'm not technically licensed to cast it.
Life and death.
This is a matter of life and death. Spill it.
Okay, fine. There is a loophole. If the ancient elven hymn Et Fici Pulmentum in Brachus is being performed, my license increases by 3 levels. Then I'd have no problem casting the spell for you.
What does the title of that elvish song mean?
No one knows.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we got this.
Excuse me, but do you take requests? Would you be able to sing Et Fici Pulmentum in Brachus?
Ah, a true connoisseur. No problem.
Hell yeah.
Do you hear that?
I can feel the prohibitive and arbitrary restrictions placed on my spellcasting fading away. Behold.
Hell yeah.
Now I've got you. Dad, give me a hand with this clown.
How's this for being a useless, pathetic nobody?
You continue to annoy me. Lightning!
Excuse me? Unarmed, Hamish fell immediately for Tyronius' fatal spell. The mage then strangled Lil to
Guess
death.
Dad can't take him down unarmed. Let's see if I can do something about that.
So I need a weapon.
What are we doing up here?
I don't have time to explain, but I need to find you a weapon, and when I give the signal, I'm gonna need you to fight somebody.
No problem. I showed up pretty drunk and ready to go. Who am I fighting?
See that necromancer-looking guy?
That guy.
Oh, that might be tough. He looks spry. I can try my best, but I'd feel better if I had some kind of weapon to protect you with.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
On it.
So we need a weapon, and then we need to do the thing. Oh!
Hey, bounty hunter! Hunter.
You got a weapon?
Yes?
Give me that blaster I know you got on ya.
Why should I?
Bribe.
I'll pay you a lot of gold. Later.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah. And then we need... You're a mage.
Gary, you're still good in this timeline.
How nice of you to say.
I need your help. See that necromancer by the altar?
I didn't until you pointed him out. How very strange.
Well, he's protected by a force field. Do you have...
I'm pretty new at this, but I should have something. I
You can
just
do it.
don't have enough mana stored up to cast it.
What do you need?
But... Oh, I shouldn't say.
Say it.
This is a matter of life and death. Spill it.
Okay, fine, but you didn't hear it from me. The secret ingredient in Monty's soup is narcotics-grade pixie dust. That's why everyone around here is so obsessed with it. It's really not all that great.
And
narcotics-grade pixie dust is a favorite of students at the Mages Guild because it gives them a major mana boost.
Oh, hell
Give me
yeah.
some soup, and I should be
Oh, a
able
little
to
green
execute
goblin
the
thingy
spell.
here. Let's make it happen. Bloop.
Thanks for choosing Monty's, home of the soup.
Oh, I'm running out of time. I didn't realize I had time.
I've got it.
That's some good sh**.
Excuse me?
Mana now, baby.
Why does this game throw me off with a curse every now and then? I'm running out of time. Go, 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 go.
Dad, now!
How's this for being a useless, pathetic nobody?
You continue to annoy me. Lightning!
Don't even think about it.
Why, you meddlesome...
Now, Lil, get the doohickey.
Not before I go back one more time.
No!
Damn. Oh! Hell yeah.
Lil.
What, Dad? I just had the strangest... Wait a minute. Where am I? What happened?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
Don't be cute. I remember we were back in time at the royal wedding. Tyronius had the chronometer. You distracted him, and I grabbed for it, and...
And before I could even blink, we were right back where we started, in the war room with the princess. Except Tyronius wasn't there, and you were unconscious. You've been in bed for a week.
Oh?
You've been muttering some very strange stuff. A scary tree monster who became a mayor? Ridiculous.
Tyronius wasn't there? What happened to him? And the war? And Desdemona?
There's someone waiting to see you who might do a better job of filling you in.
Is
than
it
me.
Desdemona? It's gotta be Desdemona. It is!
Desdemona? You're being mind-controlled by Tyronius. You need to listen to me.
It's really me. I'm not under Tyronius' spell anymore.
No amulet.
You're not wearing his amulet anymore. Did you know that it was allowing him to control your mind?
No, I wasn't aware of that when he gave it to me.
And that a spell could only be broken by true friendship. And then you started to break free because I was your true friend. So are we like besties now?
Again, I don't recall any of this. As far as I remember, he tried to grab the chronometer from you, then in a flash of light, he was gone. There hasn't been
Damn.
a trace of him or the device since.
Is
Interesting.
there a chance he still has it? Is he back in time right now, messing things up even more?
It's doubtful.
From what we understand from Dr. B's notes, once a chronometer has been synced to an individual's life force, it can prove disastrous to anyone else who tries to meddle with it.
So, Dr. B, she's really...
Yes. Unfortunately,
Damn.
she remains dead. When you reappeared without the chronometer, we lost the ability to go back and fix things, including the terrible things I may have said or done while under his control. I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
Of course.
Of course I can. You weren't you. I can only imagine what it would have been like to be under that creep spell.
Thank you, Lil.
And can you forgive me, Your Majesty, for forgetting to tell you how grateful we are, allowing me to return to my post, and for personally taking such good care of Lil this week?
Of course, Hamish. But the Sprawl is grateful to your daughter, Lil, for all she has sacrificed to save it.
But the war, has it changed? Tyronius said that he was going back to kill Chuck and...
Chuck is alive and well, thanks to you.
Oh,
and
good.
our forces remain victorious. Since our victory, a number of the mages that were loyal to Tyronius have disappeared into hiding, but a few of the good ones have come forward and revealed that many of their ranks were working against Tyronius in secret. And with the war won and Tyronius out of the way, they rallied together and declared Echo their new leader.
Was he not their leader?
Well, that's great news. Echo is the best choice for the job.
Absolutely.
So, what now?
He's just a pothead. That's the only thing
What do you
that...
mean, what now?
Well, do you need me to unmask a goblin spy, work the night shift, harass any of your advisors?
Lil, don't you get it? It's over. You don't have to do any of that anymore. Let the grown-ups do their jobs. Besides, I don't want you to be a guardsman anymore. I'd like you to just be my friend.
Be an advisor?
That sounds good to me.
Join me at the palace once you're feeling up to it. I'll have the kitchen cook up some tacos.
Hell yeah.
Finally!
Talk about fancy friends. She seems nice. I'd love to spend the day with you, but I've got a shift down at the guard shed. You can do whatever you want. Chill. Go play. Have that childhood you keep talking about. Or, you know, join me for another shift.
Are you kidding? Did you not see what we just went through? Me, a 12-year-old, given way too much responsibility, almost destroyed time and space. Why don't you do your own job for f***'s sakes? I'm going to have a f***ing childhood.
So good.
Without the burden of Tyronius' amulet affecting her judgment, Desdemona became a great, kind, and fair ruler to the sprawl. Although the city was battered, it would not be broken, and her rule ushered in an unprecedented era of prosperity and innovation. The Queen and her royal consort Chuck made the brave choice to undergo couples counseling to work through the fallout from Desdemona's actions while under Tyronius' control. After a long absence from the public eye, the couple was spotted walking in the Garden District, holding hands and laughing. Soon after the Sprawl's victory, the Goblin Liberation Army was officially disbanded. It wasn't needed anymore. The Queen promoted a number of its leaders into positions in the City Council and the Guard Corps, and barring a few minor incidents, a more tolerant version of the Sprawl seems to be blossoming.
Hell yeah.
On the final day of the war, a power-hungry Tyronius used the wicket on his 3 rival advisors. Thankfully, he was confused by the contraption and accidentally denied them instead of sending them to the dungeon. Ousted, they walked to the nearest tavern outside of the Sprawl and began to plot how to overthrow Tyronius and save the Queen. It wouldn't be necessary in the end, as Lil did their jobs for them, again, but the act of plotting over drinks really brought the trio together. Councilwoman Ash's power on the city council waned after the Sprawls' victory. As a result of the newly appointed non-human council members, she received a number of reprimands for her outdated and offensive attitudes towards goblins. She has been seen meeting with a number of wealthy and powerful merchant families in recent days, but her full intentions are not yet clear.
Yeah, she's pretty icky.
After the war, Lieutenant Stryker tried to relax. She failed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Malcolm disappeared, as did a not insignificant sum from the palace treasury. Meanwhile, rumors out of Fireball Canyon tell of a new circus, the most outrageous and lavish circus the world has ever seen. The rumors also tell of its charismatic ringleader and the fish he wears on his belt.
Good, he loved that.
Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn's body was never recovered. Since her presumed death, Lil has been having the most vivid dreams of Dr. B, traveling through alternate versions of the sprawl. In these dreams, the lost scientist seems to be trying to tell her something, but Lil can never remember exactly what it is upon waking.
Yeah?
Lil and Hamish continue to live above the Twisted Sisters Tavern. They were able to purchase new furniture and a second outfit, thanks to a gift from the palace for Lil's role in saving the world.
I feel like we should get more than
Lil
that.
never set foot in the guard shed again. All she wanted was a proper childhood, and to even sometimes throw rocks at things. With that being said, our new Goblin Ball season is upon us, and Hamish has been trying to wear her down. He lives in hope that she's got at least one more shift in her.
No. He can't gamble anyway.
What about old Echo the Wanderer, you ask? Well, that's me. I'll continue to chronicle the happenings of the sprawl, from the migration of the birds to the illegal fish fights down at the docks. So remember, when you get a snoot full of pungent peace blossom in your nose, I'll be there. When you overorder pizza at your place of business and people are invited to take some home, I'll be there. And when the next calamity threatens the lives of the good people of the sprawl, I'll be there.
What a good man. Echo really carried the entire game. I do want to point something out. Your choices have led to the best ending. I got the best ending. Hell yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten a good ending in a Choices Matter game, let alone the best ending on the first try. Look, it's our dad. Oh, they've all been our dad. Thanks for the GG's, artist. What a cute game. Where the dad is only mildly problematic.
You still here?
Yeah.
It's over. Go home. Well, I guess you are home. But in case you're not, go!